translator.
Right across the desert. Clowny clown.
Ladies. Usual, please, Dave. Right. Cheer up, Dave. It's a happy occasion.
I'm just feeling a bit down the dumps, Arthur. Must have got out of bed the wrong side or something.
Well, lighten it a bit. We don't want Bernie and his mates to catch it.
Clowny clown.
Oh, you should see a doctor.
I am a doctor.
I know, it was a joke. Something medicinal for Dr. Keane.
Have a scotch, please.
He's Campbell.
Hello, Ray.
Hello, Brian. You got it then?
Yeah. We got it in the end. A lot of work though, Ray. Moving.
Heather?
Hello, love. Do you fancy a cup of tea? I'll get it.
What's the matter?
He's been like that now for 3 days. He just sits there or in here or on the stairs. I can't get anything out of him. I've never seen him like this before. He just sits there, all still, staring. Like something out of one of those Swedish films.
Hey?
He says he's depressed. I tried to get him to talk about it, but he says it just makes things worse. He says he can't talk about it. Maybe it's something I've said. I don't know. Now I'm starting to get depressed.
He's not depressed. What's Brian got to be depressed about, eh? Well, the flower shop's all right, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. He did 17 funerals last week, so that cheered him up. But he's not been into the shop since Saturday, and you know how much he loves his flowers. This isn't like Brian. Like this, he's always so, well, normal.
He's not in any trouble, is he? I mean, he doesn't owe someone, anything like that.
Ray, he sells flowers.
Yeah. And Arthur sells cars. You just don't wake up in the morning and get depressed, do you? There must be something caused it.
He won't talk to me about it, or your mother. That's why I called you. I love Brian. I don't like to see him like this.
And now I'd like to present my cheque to Dr. Keane, who has kindly come along from the hospital to accept it.
Try giving it a bit more pep, love. You're saving lives, remember? And Arthur, it's a happy moment, but it's lacking in the seriousness of the cause. Right, that's it.
Right, the doubles are on Bernie. At the hour prices. Right, send me round half a dozen with gold leaf surround. What's the cost? Look, you think yourself lucky I'm not billing you. I've just given your sheet an exclusive.
What about the real one?
What do you mean, real one? That's cardboard. Perfectly legal tender.
Unfortunately, I don't have my 6-foot wallet with me today.
Perhaps I can fix you up with one. Dave, I see Ray coming just now.
Yeah, he's over there. Yeah, he's got Brian with him.
Yeah, and what's Brian got? Is he wearing a quilt? Don't we have a dress code in here, Dave? Dave, get a grip on yourself. Put some music on. Bernie and his mates might think it's Saturday night.
Not Saturday.
He doesn't want to go back to work quickly, does he? He wants to stay here and celebrate his winnings.
Right, Arthur.
Who can I? Look, he's fine. I promise. In fact, we've had a few laughs. Well, a couple, yeah. All right. We nearly had a chuckle about 3:30, but... Look, don't worry. I'll look after him, I promise. Yeah? Well, you have a good night's sleep and I'll call you tomorrow. Okay, bye.
Any chance of a glass of water, Ray?
Yeah. All right.
Come on, Arthur. Time to go home.
Already?
What's the matter with you, Arthur?
You don't understand, Dave. I'm worried about Brian.
Brian, put his back.
That's a reference book. You have to read it here.
I'll bring it back later.
I'd like to buy this car, please.
It is a bargain.
Then I'll buy it. I don't know anything about cars, so I'm completely in your hands, really.
Sorry?
I'll buy it.
I beg your pardon?
Here's £100, and I'll pick it up tomorrow.
But I only got it yesterday. I haven't had it priced up yet.
I'm sure it'll be a very fair price.
Fair price?
I like blue.
Well, let's say 3.5 then.
That sounds like a very fair price to me.
Excuse me, Mr.
Keys. Henry Keys.
Yeah, Mr. Keys, although this set of wheels is a bargain, it's a little bit on the juicy side. So, let's say 3.
You can't say fairer than that, can you?
Off you go, Henry, before I change my mind.
Hey,
How is he?
he's about the same. I took him to see his GP.
And?
Well, he seemed to lighten up a bit when he saw him. I got the impression the doctor didn't think he was depressed enough.
Depressed enough for what?
Referral to the local hospital.
That's what I'm going to need soon. He's having a depressing effect on my income. He's already emptied the Winchester quicker than Dave's lasagna, and I've just given away a monkey.
You what?
I gave it away. How depressed you have to be to get into one of these places?
Well, I don't know, Arthur. Doctor said he was just a bit down, that's all.
How do you take that? The fact the doctor said he wasn't depressed enough.
He got depressed again. Here, but according to this...
Oh, what's that? Bumper book of depression?
Now, according to this book, that's what they do, see? 1 minute they're up, next minute they're down.
Look, Ray, it is true, I hate losing a crust, but you've got to do something with him. He's getting right up my nose.
Yeah, and I know why.
Oh?
Yeah, I've sussed your little secret, Arthur. You can't operate with honest people.
Fortunately, the punters I deal with take care of that end of things.
No, it says here that,
Yeah?
well, it says a lot of things, but this book can tell us what's wrong with him.
Look, we got to get on, Ray. Look, if you don't do something with him, I'm going to be broke by the weekend. So get your nose out of that book or you'll be scratching for work.
People pay up to 75 guineas an hour to be told this stuff.
How much? Now, we were talking about your childhood.
No, we weren't. You were talking about yours.
I was sharing, trying to get you to open up.
Why can't I just sit on a chair or a stool over there?
Because you've got to relax, Brian. I've got to get you to open up so you can talk about it.
Nothing happened. I had a very happy childhood.
Ah, you're obviously into denial.
Oh.
Look, it makes me very sad to see you like this. Which is why I invited you in, against all my better instincts.
You only invited me in because you saw that couple coming.
Yeah, because when they saw you, they were going to go away. Losing money makes me even sadder.
Well, what do you think's wrong with me?
I think you are dysfunctional.
Am I?
Yeah. I'll stake my reputation on that. Well, that'll have to wait till our next session. That'll be 75 guineas.
What?
Yeah, according to this bloke, Dave, the depressive state is triggered by external forces acting on pre-existing neurosis.
Yeah? Yep, Percy Vallon, he's meant to be a bit of a sufferer. I think Al called it...
Who's Al?
Al Craig. Answer phone Owl, they called him. Percy's window cleaner.
Why'd they call him that?
I think he used to sell answer phones.
Percy Valens. Is that the geezer that runs the chain of dry cleaners?
It's the very one. Here, Arthur, what was his famous catchphrase?
Let us take you to the dry cleaners. Way ahead of his time.
Yeah, but what was it they used to call it, though?
Very clever man. Started in mail order syrups.
Do what?
Irish's rugs, you know. Earpieces.
Manic depressive. Yeah. Al reckoned that Percy suffered a lot with him. High as a kite 1 minute, down in a dumpster next.
That's exactly what he says here.
Yeah, well, Percy learnt to live with it. They reckon he makes his money when he's high and he consolidates when he's low.
So you are saying that any minute now Brian could change from an irritating vegetable into some sort of dynamic tycoon? Well, we better keep his strength up. Here, bung him that bacon banjo, Dave. Go on, off you go. Cheers, Ray.
I was taking that to Brian, Mr. Rogerson. He's feeling a bit under the weather.
Who's Brian?
That's Brian.
Well, what's up with him?
No one really knows.
Tell Brian I hope he soon gets better, will you, Dave?
Oh, hang on, Gov. We've just nicked Eric Perry. What about a drink?
I'm not so sure that I'm up for it now.
I think there was something in that sandwich.
If he'd got angry about it, the sandwich, that would have been fine. I could have threatened him or something. But he just sat there, looking at me.
I think there was definitely something in that sandwich.
I used to look at my dad like that.
Alpha 90.
Yeah, this is...
Wherever it is, Fowler, take it easy on the curves, all right?
Look, if Brian has got this same thing, this maniac depression...
Manic, Arthur.
Yeah, if he's got the same as Percy, then this could be Brian's consolidating phase.
Right. How do you mean?
Well, I mean, he's not always this down, is he? I mean, you've seen him smile sometimes. I mean, he could be bipolar like Percy.
I thought Brian was happily married.
No, that's polar, bipolar. Molar's your teeth.
Yeah. Bipolar, an affective disorder in which the sufferer experiences episodes of both mania. That's a high and depression.
That is Percy. When he was high, he bought a chain of dry cleaners. When he was low, he accepted and consolidated.
Yeah, but what's Brian consolidating?
Well, he's already got one shop off the ground, hasn't he? Perhaps he's planning to open a chain.
No, he's just a florist. He likes flowers. He's not a businessman.
Yeah, they reckon Percy Vallon, he started from a phone box.
Exactly, Dave. You don't necessarily need money to make money. If this is Brian's consolidating phase, then a high could be just round the corner.
Yeah?
Well, he's going to need professional guidance, isn't he?
Well, I wish you'd give us some, Arthur, because you've lost me.
A business manager, an advisor, someone to console him on his downers. If Brian is on the way up, all we have to do is be there when he's ready to take off. Where? Yeah, it's probably sale or return. 28 days. Yeah. Keep your eye open for any manic ascendancy. What, Rodney? Oh, come on, I'm not going to skip the country. Yeah, and what am I going to do with 3 grocer turbans? Yeah, all right. Ta-da.
We want to go home.
You heard him.
Yeah, Arthur, I think he means by himself.
Well, that's a good sign. Means he's coming out of isolation. Via Rodney's, Conrod Street.
I thought I'd bring some of these back from the shop, brighten the place up a bit.
Ray, what's in the box? What are you doing, Ray? And where's Brian? What are you doing here?
Me and Ray are looking after your Brian. He's a bit down, but several of my specialist medical friends tell me he's about to swing into a high.
Arthur, what are you up to? What are you talking about? I don't want Brian high. I want him as he was, as he is. Whose are all these bits of air, and what are they doing here?
Well, it was Arthur's idea.
Brian, love, I wish you'd tell me what's wrong, Brian.
Hello, Heather.
Hello, Brian.
I thought you could use the extra cash while you being short-staffed at the shop and everything.
What extra cash?
When Brian hits a high, mail order syrups.
Excuse me.
Excuse me, but what are you on about?
Mail order. It worked for Percy Vallins. Well, they worked once, there's no reason why they shouldn't work again. The important thing is to get the advanced promotion organised.
What advanced promotion?
Well, small ads, mail order. Transform your appearance. Impress the ladies. Look years younger wearing an Arthur Daly earpiece.
Yeah, I thought this was meant to be Brian's business.
Yeah, it is. He can do the before and after picture.
Do what?
Well, picture before, without a rug, and then one with it to show how much better he looks.
I don't think Brian's much of an advert either way at the moment, Arthur.
No point there. I'll get Dave.
I can't see Dave wearing one of these.
Oh, no, you don't have to wear that one. We'll give him a choice. He might want to go blonde. But the important thing is to be ready as soon as Brian makes a move. I want you to monitor him constantly.
Yeah, but what am I supposed to do? I mean, I can't go round there and stay with him and Heather, can I?
Why not? Your mum's there most of the time. You could take it in turns.
Yeah, but Arthur, what exactly am I supposed to be looking for?
I don't know, Ray. But the minute he takes off the anorak or says he's looking forward to a funeral, I want you to get me on the dog. I'll leave you to do the surveillance while I research the ins and outs of the Vallin method. I'd like to see Mr. Percy Valence, please.
Who shall I say like to see him?
Arthur Daly, a fellow sufferer.
Yeah. Oh, he says he's too busy. Perhaps you could put it in writing.
When will he not be too busy?
No idea.
I'll wait then. I hope that's all right.
That's him.
Mr. Daly?
Yes.
Very kind of you to wait. Mr. Valence will see you now.
Is he up or down?
He's on the 5th floor.
It's very kind of you to see me, Mr. Valence.
It's very kind of you to have waited.
It's kinder of you to see me than for me to wait.
Oh. I haven't got too long. I've got to be out again in an hour. Please.
Oh, thank you.
Now, I understand that you're a sufferer. Things can get very dark. It's a terrible thing to suffer from. But the thing is, when you're down there, you feel as though it's never going to end. But it does. It always passes.
Well, it's a friend who's suffering, actually. I'm suffering because he is.
You're a carer. Joy looks after me. Joy. What a name to have to live up to. I don't usually see many people. When I'm on a high, most of them can't keep up with me. When I'm down, well, some of them take advantage. I suppose I'm a sort of reclusive. But I don't walk on toilet paper.
No, of course not. Why would you want to?
Howard Hughes. That's what happens when you isolate.
It is a brave man who walks backwards into the cave of the snowcat.
Well, how can I help you, friend?
Well, do you mind if I'm a bit personal? I mean, I know you've been into a few hospitals. You've had it.
The manic depression?
Yeah. He seems to go into himself, and I want to help to get him out.
Does he drink?
Well, he doesn't have a drinking problem, if that's what you mean. No, I mean, most of the time he's been normal, playing with a full deck. But now his wife has started thinking it's something she said. So I thought I'd come straight to the horses.
What? Do you think he's having one over on his wife?
No, I don't think so. The thought had crossed my mind. No, he could be acting up. How do I tell?
Remember Colditz?
Oh, who can forget it? Chuck Lancaster and his little sparrow.
No, I mean the television series. Well, I saw an episode of Colditz where this prisoner was acting batty to get home on compassionate grounds. Well, he got home, but when he got there, he was genuinely batty.
I'm not quite with you.
Well, if your friend has really got it, and believe me, it's not something you chase after, my heart goes out to him. But if he's just putting on a performance, depending on how good an actor he is, well, he might buy into it hook, line and sinker.
But how do I tell the difference between a performance and a full Monty?
Well, if you've got a few minutes, all I can give you is my experience, strength and hope.
£2,900 and my licence. Look, I have to be honest with you, but since yesterday, My mechanic has made a rather indiscreet discovery about this car that could dampen your enthusiasm, or more likely waterlog it. Rust.
Rust? According to this, it's perfectly roadworthy for the next 10 months.
Well, I like to feel any car purchased here would last at least one lifetime. I mean, like this family hatchback here, at exactly the same price.
What kind of family would want that to last a lifetime?
Look, I am legally obliged to point these things out to you, but in the end, the final decision is down to you. I am just an honest trader.
I promised myself a blue car. This'll be fine for what I want. Have you got the key?
Key?
In your hand.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Don't go too far.
Only local. Mr. Daly.
What?
You've sold me a bargain.
Bargain. Bargain. Me selling a bargain. Brian's fault. One look at him and I lose the will to haggle. His problem has got to be dealt with.
Yeah, but Arthur, that's what we've been trying to do, innit?
No, chuck all that out. I got the full SP from Percy Valens. That man is a genius. Remember Colditz?
No.
Yeah, TV series, German prison castle. If you couldn't tunnel your way out with a wooden what's-it, you pretended to be balmy.
Hang on, Arthur, you're losing me.
Percy thinks Brian may be pulling a stroke.
Right, but why would anyone pretend to be depressed, eh?
How should I know? The point is, either his depression is a genuine article, in which case we can look forward to a nice little earner when he enters the manic phase, or the old thing's a porky, which Percy suggests may be due to some serious aggravation in Brian's personal, which he's trying to escape from.
So what does Percy think we should do now, eh?
Have a meet with Brian and suss out the genuine nature of his complaint. You better go and find him.
What?
And cross your fingers that his depression is kosher. I laid out $1,000 on those wigs.
Right.
Brian. One of yours, Brian?
Yeah. Heather's doing it. Normally, she handles the weddings and I do the funerals.
But you're still in your low period.
Yeah.
No sudden feeling of elation at all?
Not really.
Is it because of Colditz, Brian?
The flat's not so bad, Arthur.
I'm talking about escape committees, Brian. Pretense. Subterfuge. Pulling the wool. Because you see, according to Percy, well, that is, according to an eminent consultant of my acquaintance, you should have entered your up period by now, and we should be making a fortune. Unless...
Unless what, Arthur?
Unless your depression is bent.
Bent?
Dodgy. Not up to manufacturer's specification. Hooky. You're making it all up.
I'm sorry, Arthur. It all got out of hand.
How could you, Brian? I mean, is that the act of a brother-in-law? I shelled out good money on the chance of you being a manic depressive. All the time you're just giving an impression of depression. Say nothing of the grief you wished on your lovely wife. And the clientele of the Winchester.
I was driven to it, Arthur.
I know. Don't tell me. Yours indoors. Heather.
No, of course not. It's her sister, Doreen.
Doreen? You're not having her.
Now we move closer, she's always coming round. She hangs around her shop suggesting things.
Her, a married woman of 30 years.
No. I mean things about the business.
Well, they all do that, Brian.
Using plastic foam as the base for a wreath. She was going to get in touch with you about getting a few thousand of them in at cost. Which is all right. But I like doing things the old way.
No, I don't think it's my line. One of yours?
Yeah.
Nice. So?
Yeah, so one day last week I just finished a funeral. I was feeling a bit sad. I get like that sometimes, but it don't last long usually. I don't take it back to Heather. Doreen's in again.
Well, what did she do?
She just come back from the graveyard in King Street, full of ideas. I like Ray's mum, Arthur. It's just that sometimes she can be a bit businesslike.
Oh, yeah, that can be very insensitive, Brian.
She wanted me to have a word with the undertaker, see if I couldn't get the conductor.
The what?
He's the bloke that leads the mourners. It's very moving. She wondered if I couldn't ask him to speed up a bit, walk faster. Her way of thinking was that in the time saved, I could make some extra money.
I had no idea she'd absorbed so much of the daily philosophy.
I tell you, Arthur, I was so shocked I couldn't speak. And I got very down having her in and out all the time. And then I noticed she don't like being around. Depression's too strong a word. She don't like anything too upsetting. So I thought, well, if it works, why fight it? Every time I saw her, I acted up a bit.
I think you mean acted down a bit, don't you?
She stopped coming in.
And by that time, you were well into the part.
I suppose so, yeah.
And now you're out of it?
Yeah. Arthur, I don't know how to thank you.
Come on.
No. It really isn't me.
Dave, it fits you like a glove.
Like a glove, Arthur? It is a glove. Look, it's even got fingers.
Well, purchase a pair.
Are you serving or what?
I'm sorry, it's members only in here, I'm afraid, sir.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I just want a drink at the bar.
Yeah, well...
It's all right, Dave. Henry. Remember me?
Oh, yeah.
You all right?
We've met before.
Nah. I'd remember you, Henry.
It didn't hit me until just before I drove the car off this morning. But we have. Must be 25 years ago now. I was in Q Division, West End.
Nah, I've never been up the West End.
I arrested you for receiving stolen goods just off Carnaby Street. Of course, you talked your way out of it. You were driving a two-tone Zodiac at the time.
Detective Inspector Keyes.
Not now. Not anymore. Not for 15 years. I retired. Not on medical grounds either. That's something else that's funny. I could have retired, quite legitimately as it turned out, on medical grounds. But I was arrogant enough to believe that the DPP wouldn't prosecute.
Well, prosecute for what?
Oh, everything. Everything. I was mixed up in everything. truth is, Arthur, I fitted myself up. It's funny, isn't it? Half an hour ago, I was all right. And now I'm like this. I just can't seem to keep a mood going.
What a sad tale.
I'm sorry to be a burden to you, Arthur. I'm just not very good company at the moment. I'll snap out of it. I thought coming back to the old neighbourhood might help. Emotional roots and all that.
Yeah, it's not all bad, Henry. I mean, you've got a nice blue motor.
I like blue. Blue was the colour of my first quad car. One of those silver imps.
Come on.
Here, Arthur. Here, whatever you said of Brian worked a treat. He's bounced right back to normal. Yeah, and Auntie said she was sorry for being a bit off. She wants me to thank you.
Think nothing of it. It's my speciality. Whatever Brian didn't have, I think he's got it. And he's never even met your mother.
Who?
I've got to make a phone call. Bring him in, will you? And,
Hello?
Do you remember a DI called Keys?
Henry Keys? You'd have to be one slice short of a loaf to have met him and forget it.
I thought so. I recognised him immediately.
You've seen him? Detective Inspector Keys. I was his doppo. We were the lads. He was like a father to me.
He's here.
At the Winchester? Well, that's slumming it.
What's a doppo?
A sycophant.
The Winchester Club is a respectable gentleman's club, Mr. Rogerson. The point is, he's here at the moment, and he seems to be in a bit of a muddle. And I thought, being as one of your own, well, ex-own...
He asked for me? By name?
He said you were the only one who ever really understood.
Well, most of the other detectives on his squad merely talk, but Henry and I, well, we shared together, even in the rough. I'll be there in 20 minutes.
Colleague in trouble, Gov?
One of the best. He taught me everything I know. We used to call him the Governor.
We call everyone the Governor, Gov.
Yes, but we called him the Governor. Where is he, Arthur? Where's the Governor?
In the gents. Been in there nearly half an hour.
What's up with him?
Well, I don't know. I'm not a doctor, am I? I thought it might have something to do with the nature of his career. That's why I called you.
Governor? Governor? It's me, Governor. Rogie. Dickie R. Richard. You remember me? Rogie Rogerson. I was your old TDC. Remember the summer of 1973? Eh? Remember me now?
No.
Go on, get out. And you better get a GP over here, just in case.
Case of what?
Well, he doesn't bloody remember me, does he? So he's obviously suffering from amnesia, for starters. What are you doing here, Daly?
As a shareholder in his establishment, I obviously have a keen interest in what goes on in the toilets.
Get him out of here, will you? Governor? It's Rogie. You remember me? Yours was the first squad I was in out of uniform. You were a second-hand skipper then. I'm a DS now.
Didn't I fit you up once?
I was on your side, Henry.
Oh, yeah. Hello, Dickie.
Oh, dear, Governor. You are in a pickle. Do you want to talk about it?
I must say, I was surprised by you, Mr. Daly. Your handling of a delicate situation was very impressive.
Well, I have recently become more au fait with the ups and downs of these poor, tortured souls. And I do have a flair for caring. Excuse me, Doctor. How long do you think he'll be inside?
His is quite a severe case. He could be in hospital for a long time.
Really? Yeah, I think I'll just go and say a last farewell.
He was the governor, Arthur. They crippled him. They got him on bribery, falsifying evidence, intimidation. He just got stupid, that's all. He thought he was untouchable. Thanks for phoning.
Yeah, let's just keep it between you and me, eh? For his sake. Henry, there is just one more thing. Where are you off to?
Return this. It's making me feel guilty.
Well, don't let it make you too depressed.
You seem cheerful enough, Arthur.
Henry and I have come to a compatible understanding. I've done him the favour of taking the car off his hands.
For how much?
Well, he's not going to need a car in there, is he? He's going to sit out in the street picking up parking fines, not to mention random acts of vandalism and weather damage.
Arthur, how much?
2.5.
2.5? 500 less than he paid for it?
Ray, when Henry bought that motor, it had 3 previous owners. It now has 4. A natural decrease in market value.
Yeah, but Arthur, doing a deal with a bloke in that condition, that's well out of order.
Dave, I've also mused on that question. Consider, in recent days, I have virtually given away an A-condition motor to a man who once had me under arrest. I've laid out serious money to Rodney the Rug for a consignment of vulgar and worthless toupees, on the off chance that brother-in-law Brian would emulate Percy Valens, the manic millionaire. On top of that, I've done various acts of kindness for the plod, past and present, bent and less bent, and at no time did I ask for even a little earner.
That is all very true, Arthur.
But just before the ambulance door closed on that poor unfortunate, I bought back the motor and made 500 sobs into the bargain. That can only mean one thing, Dave.
What's that?
I'm cured. Cheers.
Thanks very much.
Sorry.
Number 4. Anything else?
If you mean, do I want to stock up on a month's groceries? No, thank you. I'm old-fashioned about petrol stations.
These are popular. You hang them over your mirror and they give off a scent. They're supposed to relax you for when you're tense.
If you're suggesting I'm in need of automotive Valium, I assure you I've never felt better. I'll have quarter mint Imperials.
Haven't got any. After Dark's nice. They have that lovely music on the advert.
After Dark? What kind of name's that for a sweet?
There it is, listen.
Slip into something smooth. After Dark.
That's sort of my
Life is more exciting.
I'm delighted to hear it.
After Dark chocolates.
You wouldn't believe our sales have gone up since that's been on.
Car crime in the capital. We'll be speaking to representatives from the insurance companies.
I swear someone's been creeping up in the night and making free with a fertiliser.
Do what?
My stock is growing. That is not the usual way in the motor trade, Ray. You buy the vehicles in the hope that you're going to shift them. Not so as you can put together a motor museum that'll give Lord Beaujolais a run for his money.
Here, Arthur.
3. Like the descent into Hades.
Where?
Hades. Club me and your dad used to frequent in the 50s. Camden Town. Bit on the earthy side, but it was cheap. We only ever visited when we thought the business looked as if it was going to croak. Oh, well. When Harry Hawkins was around, we had this manor stitched up. He took one side of the canal, I had the other. Never the twain should meet. We knew what the going prices were. We had an understanding. I mean, no punter was going to take a bus across town to check. No point. The fair would swallow up any profit they made by shopping around. Halcyon days, Ray. Halcyon days. And we shall never see their like again. Now Don Gedley's taken over.
You can't give in, Arthur.
Ray, you can only lower your prices so far.
I thought this Gedley character was into banking or something.
Financial crisis management, Ray. Cash flow correction.
You what?
He's a moneylender. His rates are slightly less than the Vatican Bank, and he does open on Sundays, and he doesn't ask where the cash is going.
Yeah, but couldn't Harry have got a loan from the bank, cover what he owed, Gedley?
He probably had no choice. Surrender the franchise or spend the rest of eternity propping up a little-known bit of the M4. I know which I'd choose.
I need the bank.
Right.
I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Well, I'll see you later, sir. No joy. Mr. Gedley, he said he was coming right back.
Yeah?
Yeah. I did everything you said. Low key, no pressure, by the book.
Well, let's hope he does. Be nice to get rid of that one.
Yeah.
Well. Knock it out at $17.50. Your customer will have no excuse if he comes back now, eh?
Can we afford that?
Don't worry, I've worked it out. Besides, I think it's time we turn the heat up on the locals and have a notch.
Right then. I'm off to check Gedley's out. You think of all the years and all the hard work you put in to make this business what it is, Arthur. Tell you what, we ain't going down without a fight.
Ray, be careful.
Morning, Mr. Carson. I was just passing, so I thought I'd drop in. Save you running by with the old man's money.
Oh, don't worry, it's all there.
That's not all of it. It's only about 400 there.
Yeah.
Well, you owe another £2.5 grand.
What?
That's what you owe, with interest. At current rates.
Your father said
Dad's been poorly. He's left me in charge and I want it all.
We had a deal.
Don't get jumpy. I'm a reasonable man. First rule of credit, set your creditors repayment schemes they can afford. It's just the interest. And I want all of it.
Oh, listen, I can't possibly...
Whoops! Clumsy. It's up to you.
Look, all I got to do is pick up the phone and tell...
Don't even think about going to the police. They'll only want to know what you used the loan for in the first place. You see, my dad allowed 1 or 2 sloppy business practices to develop. Well, I'm just getting us all shipshape. Next Tuesday, then?
Can't raise that kind of money.
You'll think of something. Ooh, that was a close one.
Hello there, can I help you?
Yeah. Cavalier. Is that right?
Well, Mr. Gedley may be able to go a little lower for cash.
After dark, Arthur. You know, slip into something smooth. After dark.
Extraordinary.
You must have heard it, haven't you? Listened to the radio?
No, not since the baker light went out the window.
Oh, you tasted one?
What?
The chocolates.
Dave, I'm surprised at you. Cometh the hour, cometh the cocoa fiend. I'm not concerned with the merit of that particular piece of confectionery. It is the wireless as a means of mass communication and arm twisting that I'm interested in. I take it the portents are not favourable.
A G-Reg Metro under £1,000. Less if you pull a face. I just don't know how he's doing it. And the old stock's like that. It's just not like a one-off. Plus, it's forever as far as I can see. Not like the little 4-hour promotion we had last week.
And it's not like Don Gedley, Arthur. I mean, he's bought businesses before, but he just sells them on for a quick profit.
You never know how people are going to turn out when the circumstances suit, Dave.
Yeah, but what we're going to do?
Plunder the airwaves, Ray.
Do what?
You're quite right. Daily Enterprises has earned its right to a slice of the automotive cake, and I am not giving up without a fight.
Arthur, we're not going to start nicking stuff, are we?
No. Far from it, Ray. I'm talking about a new approach. A hard-edged advertising campaign that will put the name of Daily slap in the middle of every household on the manor.
Arthur wants to make an advert for the tranny.
Even now, there are thousands of individuals banging up their blood sugar level because of a ludicrous little ditty on the Light programme about a new fruit and nut.
What?
Those same simple souls will be queuing up to buy a motor off the Daily forecourt by the end of the week. All we've got to do is think up a nice snappy ad.
Yeah, but Arthur, that costs a fortune. You've got airtime, presenters, all that.
Ray, the uninitiated may end up shelling out, but you are forgetting. The Daily is like a Boy Scout with a full complement of sweater adornment. He is always prepared. You sound as if you're at a funeral wake.
Well, he's not used to it, Arthur.
We should have gone to the professionals, Arthur. I mean, look at this gear.
You're bad workman, Ray, bad workman.
Yeah, but what about this music, Arthur? Shouldn't it be a bit more upbeat?
Huh, what?
You know, get up and go.
Dave, as much as I appreciate your efforts on the knob-twiddling front, may I remind you, I once met Matt Munro, and what he passed on over a couple of cappuccinos in Iwickham bus station about what's got swing you couldn't hope to learn in a lifetime. Come on, let's have another go.
Arthur, I'm knackered.
Look, we'll have a break in a minute and try and get it right this time, because that's the last clean tape we got. Right, stand by. Ray, big breath and speak nicely. Dave? Music.
Thinking of buying a used car? Daily Motors is the place to come. It's a family firm run by a man you can trust, Arthur Daly, and its prices are rock bottom. If you don't believe us, ask Phil Collins or any one of our satisfied customers. But remember, put Daily Motors first.
Cut! I knew that little pep talk would work. Tripped off the tongue of treat, Ray.
You sure about Phil Collins, Arthur?
Yeah, of course. Phil Collins, the butcher, bought that caravanette.
Now, what happens now, then, Arthur?
Well, we'll give it a couple of weeks tryout on Radio What's It, see how many punters it pulls in. You might have to get extra help in the car lot. What do you reckon it'll cost us for a week? A monkey?
You've got to be joking. That won't buy you a day.
Well, you suss it out. I'm prepared to go to $2,000. And don't forget, discount for first-time buyers. Off you go.
Right.
I don't want that kind of business, and I certainly don't want you getting involved in it. I want you straight. That's why you got an education, so you don't have to do the sort of things I did. Well, the way you're carrying on, you'll have enemies queuing round the block for a tilt from now till doomsday.
Business is the business of survival, Dad.
Cobblers! Look, I know you're trying to impress me, and you're a good lad, but do me a favour.
Dad, if you could just listen...
No! And I want you to sort out all this aggro you've caused. Tell Carson he's got the usual time to pay the normal amount. And tell Arthur Daly the prices are going back to reality before you bankrupt us both. All right?
See, the thing about advertising, Dave, you've got to give it a chance to work. I mean, today's Friday. Now, it'll probably be Monday before the first waves sweep through the gate.
Fingers crossed, Arthur.
There is no room for superstition in the world of high-tech, Dave. Genius and ingenuity will overcome all eventualities.
Evening.
Hey, Ray, I hope they charge by the use and not the day, because we haven't heard anything yet.
You're not going to either.
I beg your pardon?
Well, I've done some ringing round, Arthur.
I told you to go personally.
That is not broadcast spec.
What you talking about? That's best quadrophobic.
In addition, they charge slightly more to broadcast an advert than you think.
Well, I don't mind going higher. How much?
Here. I've written it all down for you.
What?
My life.
But listen, Arthur, I've got a couple of mates who work for a local radio station. Well, I haven't seen them for a while, but...
Ray, do it. I am not paying that.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's, well, it's not exactly Radio 4.
I know. Primitive equipment, only on the air at certain times. Jimmy Young, Brian Blackburn, they've all been there. That doesn't worry me.
You want me a word in then?
See what they can muster for a reasonable fee, on air, ASAP. And you better get on with it, otherwise the cars will be worth less than the cost of the ad.
Right.
Large one, please, Dave. No, make it a small one. Not a word. Let me guess. The Golf. What can I say? Overhead cam, 16 valves, and enough horses to keep Princess Anne happy.
I like that one.
Well, speed isn't everything.
It certainly isn't.
And this particular model comes with a crumple zone.
Outside, a reinforced steel safety cage with a titanium bulkhead, full impact rubber protection bumpers, and a collapsible steering column.
You sure no claims make interesting reading?
Clean as a whistle. Still, you never know what you might run into, do you?
I couldn't agree with you more. And I'm delighted to see the youth of today has the foresight to recognise that. Allow me.
Thank you.
Drives nicely, doesn't it?
Beautiful.
What gold?
Let's move this car out. Right, Sarge. Right, let's head back. Back. Stop.
This Ram Raider, what did he take?
Well, apart from a diabolical liberty with my person, I've no idea.
But he was a Ram Raider.
Well, I may be doing him a terrible disservice. But when he'd hurled himself through a plate glass window in a nicked car, he's hardly in a position to quibble, is he?
But the motor wasn't nicked. You were sitting beside him.
A technicality. It wasn't his, and I hadn't given him permission to give the shop an alfresco aspect with it.
What did he look like?
He's a punter. They all look the same after a certain point. Green, and I promised to pay the bearer, stamped all over them.
And what was he wearing?
Suit, coat.
Colour?
Blue, black, I don't know.
But, Mr. Daly, can you give me any more detail?
I mean, he was an average punter. Averagely dressed. You must realise I wasn't particularly sensitive to my surroundings towards the end. I was making my peace with the Almighty. If you want a detailed ID, ask him. He had the perfect view as the motor went straight into his Louis the What's-It wardrobe.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Daly. We do tend to interview most eyewitnesses to a crime. It's an old police trick. And you're right. Mr. Carson has come up with a very clear description of the driver. Would you care to repeat your statement, Mr. Carson, in front of my colleague?
It was him. He was driving.
Hey, hang on.
Would you care to blow into the box, Mr. Daly?
You're gonna love this bit. Smacks you right in the face.
Run all get into D. That's Mr. D. The battlefields on wheels. The Carson and sharp, that's wicked and wild. The wicked that's stewed in the real bull vibe. Got that, dig that, hear that.
Obviously, they've updated the concept, Arthur. You gotta remember, times change. So the punter. Whatever you think, Ray. Here, Arthur. You alright?
Got that, dig that, hear that. Here we go again. Come on, you all get into D.
You should have said something, Arthur.
I tried to. The decibel level wasn't conducive.
So who was he, eh?
Well, if I knew that, do you think you'd be sitting there now?
What did he look like?
Oh, don't you start. Nothing out of the ordinary. Average. No distinguishing marks whatsoever.
What are you going to do?
What can I do? I've got to report with my driving documents to the station and undergo further questioning.
But why is this antique skeezer pointing a finger at you?
Well, presumably he was in the same state of shock as I was. I'm hoping his memory will clear once the trauma subsides.
Take it easy, Arthur.
Go, Daly, go, Daly, go! Bo!
They have a problem with English.
They'll get through to the man on the street, Arthur, trust me.
Who are they?
Well, that's King Master Mike and Cool K.
I thought you said friends were involved.
Yeah, King Master Mike. That's Michael, Mickey Evans.
Chalky Evans, little lad. Who's the urban gorilla with him?
That's Nigel Jones.
Spotty Nige used to come to Battersea Funfair with us. Was sick all down the Helter Skelter.
Yeah.
What happened?
He grew up.
And you really think they'll put Daily Motors on the map?
I guarantee it, Arthur. Here. Look at these flyers. It's their own design. They give it a full Monty. They make sure everyone on the manor knows what you're about.
Who paid for these?
Look, I know times are tough, Arthur. You can give me the money back when we start shifting motors, eh?
Well, you're a good lad, Ray.
Go Daily, boom!
Ray, I feel subliminally moved. I think I'll leave you and the lads to get on with it.
Are you sure?
Positive, Ray.
He loves it.
Sweet. Carson has a claim up on his insurance and pays off what he owes us. And Daly gets further reminder, should he need it, that there ain't room for 2 car dealers on this manor.
If your mother was still here...
I know it's not exactly what you said.
It's a diametric bloody opposite.
Hang on. I know it's going against orders, but I know what I'm doing.
If the police find out...
Don't worry. Look, you got to realise, sometimes it's hard to make changes. It's frightening.
I'll tell you what's bloody frightening. You are.
I can improve the efficiency of this company 100%. Because you still avoid facing up to it. Because you're worried you might not be able to cope. That it might be too much for you. No problem. I've done it for you.
You're my flesh and blood, Grant. I love you, I'd do anything for you, but you're not acting right. It's got to stop, all this craziness. You've got to show me some respect.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do, through the business.
That is it. An end. The aggro stops here. Pray to God Daly don't put 2 and 2 together.
I told you. I've made sure Daly's well stitched.
Stick some under some windscreen wipers, stick a couple on a lamppost or 2. Your uncle's going to be the top boy in the manor.
That's magic, Nige.
Right. Sorry, Kate. Takes a bit of getting used to.
And once we've done these, me and my man will get off and finish the trails. Be cutting through the Stratos by this evening.
That's safe. Sooner the better, eh?
That's right.
Listen, man, which side of the road you on?
Listen, do you mind if I leave you lads to it? I've just got to check something out with Arthur. I'll be back later, yeah?
No worries, Ray.
Latest.
Hang loose, my brother.
And you, so.
Doesn't look good, does it? Circumstantial evidence.
What? 2 independent witnesses finger you as the bloke with directional difficulties, and one testifies that you definitely climbed out of the driver's side of the car. Now, I should say that the evidence against you is about as watertight as it gets.
The reason I was seen bravely climbing from the wreckage on the driver's side was because my door was wedged. And as to any other witnesses, I suggest you check their probity and any suspicious substances lurking in their bloodstream.
Casting aspersions on the witnesses already. They usually save that for the courtroom.
Mr. Tompkins, ask yourself one question. If, as you suggest, I was the man behind the wheel, why, after driving one of my own motors at breakneck speed through a plate glass window, did I decide against nicking anything and instead hung around waiting for the pleasure of your interrogation? That's all sorted out.
It hasn't been sorted out. You've been cautioned. You're still very much under suspicion.
Like the Russian linesman, my conscience is clear.
Nevertheless, you're not to leave the country.
I beg your pardon?
A statutory request. We'll need to speak to you again once we've checked 1 or 2 things out.
Look, you can check out as much as you like. Until you find the lunatic with a penchant for drive-through shopping, this crime will remain unsolved. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have an empire to run. Good day.
Mike, what's happened? Where's Kay?
He's all right. See my mouth? Cut to ribbons. I can't go in here.
What happened?
Geezer took exception to the flyers and decided to give me some back.
Who was he?
Dunno. It was thin, brown hair. He had something to do at Gedley's. I was outside there just,
Mike!
Look, it was only a bit of a lark. Only this bloke's is a nutter. He went wild when he got hold of me. And before he banged me in the mouth the last time, he told me to tell Arthur there's more of the same waiting for him.
Right. You wait here. I've had enough of this.
Yeah, I'll see you later. I've got to go. Can I help you, sir?
The name's Daly, Ray Daly. Now, I reckon you've got a good idea why a good mate of mine's just been roughed up. I also reckon that you green-lighted whoever it was to drive my uncle through a shop window. Now, what I've come to say is this. You call him off. Daly Motors is staying. And no amount of threats or suicide cost-cutting's going to change that. Do you hear me?
Loud and clear. Loyalty. I like that. Now, you listen to me. I don't know what you're talking about. I've been away. Whatever's going on in your business is nothing to do with me. And you ever barge in here again without an invite, I'll have my lawyers crawling over you so fast you'll think you've gone down with some nasty disease. Now get out! Fine words are one thing. You make sure you've got your facts right first.
Right, mate. See you later. Hello there. Jerry Parker, Cavalier, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually gone now, I'm afraid. We might have another at the end of the week, if you're still interested.
Yeah, no thanks,
Hey,
mate.
I can have a chat with Mr. Gedley about a cash discount. Shame he was in a hurry. I could have introduced you.
To Mr. Gedley?
Yeah, he was in a rush. Had to get to a car auction. Look, I'll have a chat with him first thing in the morning, all right?
Yeah, if it's not too much trouble. Cheers.
Arthur Daly. Don...
I know.
I think we need to talk.
I don't think so. I'm not thinking of selling up.
About your accident. I suspect I know who was responsible.
You do?
I bought you a little something to help make up.
That's very generous, especially from a competitor. That kind of solidarity brings a lump to the throat.
Yeah, well, no one likes to see liberties being taken.
If you see the young reprobate responsible, I trust you'll give him a severe reprimand.
I guarantee it. He's my lad.
You mean there's another one? There are two of you.
I'll be honest with you, Mr. Daly. Since my other half made the crossing, Grant's all I've got. He's not a bad lad. He's a bit over-keen.
I should say so.
The point is, your boy's on the trail. He's a bright lad. He'll finger Grant before long.
Well, I'm sorry, but those who live by the sword...
Nah, that can't happen. I swore to his mum I'd see that he was the first Gedley to get through life without the slightest mark on his record. I don't want him linked with any of this.
Well, that's an admirable sentiment. But may I remind you, I am prime suspect number one in this case. And in the absence of an arrest...
Yes?
I am going to be in serious trouble.
Oh, come on, Mr. Daly. What are we talking? Touch of reckless driving, few points on the licence, bit of finger wagging from the magistrate, 500 quid fine.
I also have my unblemished reputation to consider.
Mr. Daly, I'm asking for a favour. I want you to take the rap for my Grant. He's had a rollicking from me. There'll be no further trouble there. Now, in return for your selective memory, there's the motor, which you'll notice is a more recent model than the one written off. In addition to this, I'll cover any fine you receive, plus 2,000 quid for your trouble.
2 grand?
It's merely a gesture, not meant to be insulting.
Please, I'm not insulted. Come in. In the end, Dave, it all comes down to a question of morality. I couldn't help thinking about Jimmy Cagney on his way to the chair, pretending to be scared, so that all those other lads wouldn't suffer the same life of deprivation and aggro that he had gone through.
It was a marvellous gesture, Arthur. You should be proud. Yeah, let's hope Gedley remembers it and all when he comes to pricing his motors.
That is up to him, Dave. When you make a decision like this, you do it because you know it's the right thing to do, not because you're going to get something out of it. Here, Arthur. Right.
Yo! Arthur Copacetic D!
Mike, a public place.
Here, Arthur, we've sussed it. It's Gedley's lad. Yeah, just clocked him over at his old man. It was a quick look, but it was enough, wasn't it, eh?
Right, Mike. Now, the eyes can play terrible tricks in the heat of the moment. I mean, evidence my own unfortunate situation.
Yeah, but the thing is, Arthur...
Arthur, I've just had a bit of a whacking. Some bloke got a bit raw with me near the garage. He didn't like the Daily Flyers. I got real close to him and it was the same bloke.
Yeah, and a bit of checking turns out that Gedley Jr.'s looking after the motor side of things while his old man's in the hospital. Arthur Gedley is your test driver.
No, Ray, mate, look, we mustn't be too hasty about it.
Oh, well, who else, eh? The geezer's been hell-bent on sending you under one way or another.
Now, we've got to be 200% sure about this.
Right, well, he's wiry, fair-haired, short...
No, wait a minute. No, you mention it. He was sort of dark and thick-set and quite tall.
No, look, Arthur, I know it's him. Well, I've told the police.
You've done what?
No, well, he's an head case.
You grasped, Ray.
Arthur, the man is deranged.
Arthur, believe
you.
it.
Grasped?
I didn't grasp.
Winchester Club.
Anonymous phone call. Special circumstances.
Oh, my God. Arthur, it's for you.
I know. No, I'm on my way.
Bit of luck, that. We were just coming for you.
Well, I knew you'd need the insurance papers, so I thought I'd get them to you as quickly as possible.
Well, I pulled a suspect. I've got a tip-off from a chap who was at the scene, but won't come forward. But to get any further, it'll require a formal ID from you.
Could be number 4. Possibly number 7. Oh, sorry.
I thought for a horrible minute you'd forgotten our deal.
You can rely on me. Slight communication glitch with my nephew.
Appreciate it, Arthur.
Daly.
Sorry about that, Mr. Tompkins. Bit of shattering glass might have helped.
Mr. Daly, because of your failure to identify the only other suspect in this case, and because of the nature of our own investigations, I have to warn you that we'll be charging you over this incident.
Slings and arrows of outrageous thingy. Will I get a letter from the magistrate?
Oh, it's likely to be more formal than that, sir.
What, reckless driving?
Amongst other things.
What?
Attempted murder, Mr. Daly.
Look, there's no point in arguing about this. What's done is done. You'll have to prove your innocence, Arthur, without fingering the lad.
How?
Maybe you could get one of the blokes who ID'd you to say he's made a mistake. I mean, once there's any doubt, you're in the clear.
Come on, you all get into the deed. That's RPG, the battlefield on wheels. The car selling shop that's wicked and wild with a wicked attitude and a real fight. Got that, think that, hear that. Here we go again. Come on, you all get into the deed.
It's quite catchy when your head stops banging.
The car selling shop.
Yeah, what's happened?
He'd have shut down.
They didn't give the address.
Well, it's the police, probably.
What?
Arthur, it's a pirate station. The old Bill are on their backs all the time. The lads have to keep on the move.
Pirate? First murder, now piracy. Plot will be looking for me everywhere.
They won't, Arthur.
I'll write to my MP. Say I'm an innocent victim of circumstances and will he fight my case to the highest court in the land.
Yeah, who is our MP?
God knows. It's him! Who? The local magistrate. He's our MP. We still got them who's somewhere around.
In the cage, under the ducks.
Yeah, of course they are. He's a Sir, Ray. He's got medals. I'm going to dangle, I know I am.
You are not, Arthur, please.
You're going to have to do something for me, Ray. Hide me.
Arthur, what is the matter?
All his family play polo. I'm a goner.
Here, take these, go back to the flat and put the kettle on.
What you going to do? I don't want you talking to Gedley.
I won't, Arthur. I just want to sort out one or two loose ends. So you know what's going on and you won't be left hanging around. Sorry, Arthur.
Don't be long.
He's going crazy.
I am sorry to hear that.
You shouldn't even mention things like that in front of Arthur.
I was merely trying to impress upon Mr. Daly the seriousness of the situation in which he'd found himself.
Yeah, but attempted murder?
Look, I'll have you know that certain evidence has come to light which makes us think there was something premeditated about the attack on the shop.
What are you talking about, evidence?
Mr. Carson has remembered belatedly that as the car smashed through the window, he heard Mr. Daly shout, "You've had this coming a long time, Carson." Now, whether he meant damage to the shop or to Carson himself, well, it's difficult to say.
So why haven't you charged him? You don't believe Carson, do you? And you know Arthur well enough to know he's not so stupid to get into ram raiding.
Look, our investigations are continuing.
It's a setup, and you know it. You know, but I find that quite encouraging.
I beg your pardon.
Well, you've got a man in the frame, witnesses, but you're still not charging. You're trusting to your sixth sense. Cheers.
Word up, people. You heard what the man said. Check this one out, because it's going to be seriously fat. You know it. I'm out of here.
Right, Kate.
Oh, man, safe?
Yeah, thanks for the lift, mate.
No problem, mate.
Yeah, I didn't know you was broadcasting from here now as well.
Yeah, here at the flat. Depends on the atmospherics.
Atmospherics?
Yeah, you know, flashing blue lights.
Yeah, I'll catch you later. Thanks, yeah.
Yeah, see you later.
There's no way they can charge you with anything more than reckless driving.
Oh, Ray, the relief, I can't tell you. Yeah, do you remember when Uncle Stanley came to stay and he was forced to remain in the loft for 3 weeks? That Sunday when he packed his bags and left, I thought, that's going to take some beating. But this...
Yeah, but the bad news is Gedley's little boy.
Yeah?
At least I think it's him. Get the feeling the old man won't be that stupid.
Why, what's he done?
Well, he's brought the Volvo back.
Brought it back? I didn't know it had gone.
Yeah, well, I took it back over there. I wanted old man Gedley to know that the deal was off.
Ray, I told you.
I didn't speak to him, Arthur. It was a gesture.
And?
He smashed every screen on the car lot.
Oh, my God, Ray, how could you?
Well, I didn't do it.
Look, if you'd done things my way, this would never have happened.
Your way? What, hiding out?
Look, if your Uncle Stanley can spend 3 weeks in your dad's loft with his claustrophobia... Oh, my God, Ray!
Right, man, that is it. That is the last time I ever do you a favour. You know, the wrong kind of people.
Why, what's happened?
Oh, sorry, Ray. Your mate Gedley's just seen to it that we won't be broadcasting from the studio for a little while.
Right, that's it.
Ray!
Arthur, this is all bang out of order. Gedley Jr. needs a seeing to. And if we hadn't allowed ourselves to get backed into a corner in the first place, none of this would have happened.
Mr. D, any chance of a lift at the preamp?
Your boy has just smashed every windshield in our car lot.
No way.
And he's also wrecked the studio over a couple of good mates of mine.
Not my grant.
Right then. So who had the keys to drive the Volvo back round to ours, eh? And I'll tell you something, my mates don't lie. They know who they saw.
Get it. Go on, leave me.
Are you going to do something?
It's none of your business.
He's a loose cannon, you know that.
Get going, Daly.
Somebody has got to sort him. He's a menace.
Don't tell me what I should or shouldn't do with him. His family.
Family.
Come on, you all, get into D. That's Mr. D, the batter stills on wheels. The car selling shop, that's wicked and wild. With a wicked attitude and a real cool vibe. Drop that, nick that, get that. Here we go again. All the
sensory deprivation. I've read all about it. You keep tweaking up the volume till all you can hear is white noise.
Yeah, but I've got to let them stay tonight, Arthur. I feel responsible. Well, it'll only be till morning.
You think Wally Clark and me rioted at the Isolde when they were showing Rock Around the Clock?
Why?
They stopped us dancing. They were getting bits of ceiling falling on the finger dainties in the coffee shop below. Oh, if we'd known what we were starting.
Yeah, I bet your dad said the same, Arthur. And I tell you what, things don't change from one generation to the next.
Oh, don't you believe it?
Yeah, but think about it. We'll never crack it via the Gedleys. Carson's your man. He must be in league with them. Either Grant's put the frighteners on...
Insurance.
What you doing here?
Carson owed me money. Grant thought a nice insurance claim had settled the debt once and for all.
You can't knock his thinking.
What do you want?
I need a word with Mr. Daly. Alone.
No way. I ain't leaving him.
This doesn't concern you.
It does if it involves Arthur's well-being. I want him to stay in one piece, thanks.
Please. Mr. Daly has stood by the bargain he made. I respect that. No harm's going to come to him.
It's all right, Ray. Come on in.
I feel ashamed even being here. I thought maybe you'd understand.
Oh, I appreciate your predicament. Young Ray's given me a few sleepless nights in the past, I can tell you. His dad wasn't always around. I did the looking after.
Of course. What can you do? You love them so much you'd give them anything. All they do is complain. You're breathing down their necks all the time. All you want's what's best for them.
And you don't think your boy will come round?
I think he needs, like I said.
Well, if you're sure.
I can't turn him over. It's...
I know. Family. This is not how I envisaged it, Ray.
It's the only solution, Arthur. Carson knows who you are and what you've got to lose. Don't worry, I'm going to be right behind you.
I wish you'd be right in front of me.
It's no problem. The lads have got it well sussed. But remember, Grant's on his way, so don't hang around in there.
Nothing could be further from my mind.
What do you want?
Please, there's no need for verbals. I've been through enough in here, including your front window.
I'll call the police if you don't leave.
Look, Mr. Carson, there's no need for that. I am the bringer of good tidings. I happen to know that your cockeyed idea of me was for insurance purposes.
Who told you that?
The man who was driving. Grant Gedley. Who else would know?
Why would he tell you?
He thinks his secret's safe with me. He thinks him and me have an arrangement. Instead, I've come to make one with you.
What sort of arrangement?
I'm prepared to pay you twice the amount of money you diddled the insurance company out of, provided you tell the truth about Grant driving. Say you were confused with the shock of it all. Do this one deal with me and I disappear. Get friendly with Gedley Jr. and you'll have regular royal visits.
How do I know you'll stick to your word?
Look, if I don't get Gedley put away, I'm in deep trouble, as you well know. My personal freedom is your guarantee.
You toe rag, Carson.
Oh, Mr. Gedley, I was just...
Yeah, I know what you were doing. You're trying to stitch me up. You say I was driving that motor and you're in big trouble.
We were merely discussing the price of a nice bit of Dresden I noticed when we popped through the casement the other day.
You got some brass on you, Daly. Trying to go behind my back. Don't you know when to lie down and die?
Your attitude's pretty hypocritical, considering your dealings with Mr. Carson.
I know what I'm doing. I'm the future.
Well, that remains to be seen. For the moment, I'll bid you good day.
I'm getting sick of you, Daly. I want you out of my hair.
That's enough, Gedley. You should lock your back door, Mr. Carson. It's a terrible temptation.
Come to look after the old man? That's nice. I can do the whole family in one go.
Oh, please, think of the damage.
Ray, I've already come into forceful contact with much of this room.
No worries, Arthur. I won't even touch him. See, Grant, you're going to go away for a little while. Because you've been set up.
You try anything funny and I'll have my old man onto you. He can pull strings, make your eyes water.
I hate to be the bearer of bad tidings, but who gave you the tip-off that got you here so conveniently? I'm afraid you've been kippered.
No way. My dad wouldn't do that. You're making it up. You got nothing on me. You got no evidence that proves anything. I'll show you who's got the power round here. You'll regret you ever heard the name Gedley. You got nothing on me. You got no evidence that proves anything. I'll show you who's got the power round here. You'll regret you ever heard the name Gedley.
Did you get all that then, lads?
No problems, Ray. Clear as a bell.
Piece of cake, Arthur.
You speak for yourself. I feel a couple of Mogadon and a trough of vodka coming on.
Latest, yeah?
That's all right.
Very pleasing, Ray. Silly prices banished from the manor. London's most wanted safely inside, where hopefully he will realise what his old man was trying to save him from.
Yeah, well, I better slap the old prices back on then, Arthur.
You'll do no such thing.
Don't you want them back to where they were?
Where's your business sense, Ray? We've got to recoup. Bung another 500 on all of them.
Right. Here, Arthur. You better come outside.
Why?
Well, there's a load of punters. I can't deal with them all.
What do you mean?
Well, I reckon it must be the advertising campaign.
Ray, your mates. They're pure gold dust.
Yeah, I can do that one for cash.
Yo, the man! What? Daly, what's happening, my man? Oh, what's on his cars? Is it alright if we cut a drag in the jag?
No! 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 That one's not for sale. No, come on. No.
Take it easy, Mr. Daly. The hat is swinging.
Thank you very much. Ray, what's happening?
Oh, easy.
All right. Taken over by the street gang. So what's the other?
Don't get
Don't worry about that,
me.
Arthur. I've just unfreed that cash and got a deposit on a soft top.
Cool. Do feel free to get in. Sadly, the price on this one is not negotiable, but it is top of the range.
Young lady over there, yeah?
Oh,
yeah, all right.
Listen, man. Oh, this stereo's bad. Yeah, Dave, pump it up, son.
Just remember, I promised Dave I'd help him with the quality control.
Yeah, how long for, Arthur?
As long as it takes, Ray.
Look at this roof, look. Comes right off this.
I hope you know I am sticking my neck out here.
What do you mean, George?
We are talking bulk, Arthur.
Have no fear. I have located a rich seam of the goods you require.
But the country we're dealing with is outside the EEC, recovering from a bureaucratic nightmare. Getting in and out involves a lot of red tape. The more that can be shifted in one go, the better. Arthur Daly, can you fill one of these?
How much do they hold?
I got 5 of these going out Thursday.
They'll be chocker. I shall need a little advance capital beforehand, up front.
No can do.
Oh, come on, George. I thought you said this was a humanitarian mission.
Yeah, for them, not for you.
Yeah, but I've got overheads. Labour costs, logistics, transport. I must have a bung.
Arthur, I am not a hole in the wall. If you need money, go to a bank.
Not a feeling. You got my letter?
Yeah. Not the old black felt tip left of it.
How's Hammer Callaghan?
He's still gutted about his 18 months.
He'll get over it. I've got someone else for you.
There's no one left, Charlie. Charlie, they've all been sorted.
Not quite all.
Just one moment.
Well, I'm going to need all my wits about me here. Trying to get money out of old Grantham's like trying to prize a bit of black pudding off a vampire.
Hard, is he?
Like granite.
Yeah.
Mr. Daly, he'll see you now.
Thank you.
Okay.
Good morning, my son. Nip and tell Mr. Grantham I'm here, will you?
Mr. Grantham is no longer with us. He's moved on.
Moved on? Well, who's taken over the overdrafts?
You mean our business advancement loans?
That's the lads.
I'm the new business affairs manager, London North West.
Are you really? Oh, pleased to meet you. The name's Daly. Arthur Daly. Very well appointed office you have here. If I was to say to you that I have got in on the ground floor of a cast iron copper bottom scheme with unlimited growth potential in a commodities market with an inbuilt transport infrastructure, what would your reaction be?
I'd say jolly well done.
Would you? Pull up a chair.
Inspector, good day, Arthur. We've just had a delivery this morning.
Oh, gratifying news, Oily. Wheels are in motion.
Yeah, you going to tell me now?
Ray, if you had kept abreast of current affairs instead of shaking your foot down a disco, you would realise we are living in historical times. From the Rhine to the Baltic, Eastern Europe is undergoing major reconstruction at a rate of knots.
Yeah, I had heard rumours.
So what is the first thing you need in the reconstruction game?
Cement?
After the cement.
Bricks? Scaffolding?
We're going to make Eastern Europe a safer place to whack up a semi.
Take one of these after dinner tonight. You should cut out the nicotine. That's what's causing the breathlessness.
There's not a lot else to do here.
Well, try to cut down. Get yourself a hobby or something. Like the Birdman of Alcatraz.
You try me.
Steady on, Knowles!
Come on, Charlie. You've only got another couple of months. Don't want to blow it now.
The young lad came over dizzy.
Hello, George. The goods are being loaded as we speak. Yeah, I know you'll be pleased. Yeah, they're at the lockup awaiting your collection. So, I shall await your brown envelope, shall I? Yeah, my pleasure. Take care. Ta-da.
Sorry, mate, I didn't see you.
You're a menace. Why didn't you signal? Look what you've done to my motor.
No, I'm sorry, simple accident down to me, all right?
I can have you struck off.
Oh, there's no need to be like that. Look, come on, let's exchange details. I've got to get a Heathrow.
You could have stuck your hand out or something.
I didn't see you, I told you. Right, here's my name and address.
All right.
Hi, Dave. Arthur, it's all done and dusted. Truck's gone back to the rental.
You'll have to go and get the van. I've had a shunt with a motor.
Oh, no, you're joking. Well, is there much damage?
Nah, wonky wing, bit of a dent in a cab. He put his hands up. You'll have to give me a lift tomorrow. George is collecting his scaffolding.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Where do you think Oily Rossiter's getting all his gear from?
Surprise me.
He's got an army of kids out there on the nick, armed to the teeth with wire cutters.
Don't be so scurrilous. Here I am on the brink of a major killing, and you're coming to Cherub.
All I'm saying is we want to get the stuff off our hands quickly.
All right.
Right. I've got an early start. I'm going to shoot. Catch you later.
Yeah. I don't know why he worries so much.
Well, he's just careful, Arthur.
Faint heart never won fair earner, Dave. No, he concerns me. I mean, one of these days I'm going to be hanging up my Crombie. Where's he going to be then? Cast adrift on wild world without a mature man's hand to guide him. He'll never get anywhere if he frets over every little thing.
You're not thinking of retiring, are you?
Far from it, Dave. I'm on a roll here. No, I just was hoping a little bit of my charisma would have brushed off on him, that's all. Yeah, let's have another one, Dave. Oh, God. What now?
Can I help you? This your car, is it, sir?
Yeah.
Been involved in an accident, have we?
No, I'm a stock car racer. What does it look like?
Did you report this?
No, I didn't. It's a minor collision. We exchanged details quite amicably. There you go. We don't have to report our every move, do we? I mean, it's not a police state yet. I would have thought you had more important things on your mind.
Where were you in the early hours of this morning, Mr. Daly?
In bed, where any self-respecting citizen would be.
Failure to stop and report an accident is a very serious offence.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I did stop. You got the details there.
A cab driver, in his cab, in Church Road.
Yeah.
No such insurance company, no such cabbie, no such number.
Tall bloke. Dark, surly manner.
I'm not interested in your phantom cabbie. I'm more interested in 5 cars being written off in the early hours of this morning by your Jaguar.
No. You're barking up the wrong one.
I'm afraid not. Your car, your number plate, and it's all on video.
Will you sit down?
This whole proceeding is a travesty. I want my just deserts.
Please sit down, Mr. Daly.
I will not be pilloried. An Englishman has his rights, one of which is not to have his collar felt for something he hasn't done.
Nobody is being pilloried. We are trying to establish the facts. Now, the accident in question...
It has nothing to do with me.
So you keep saying?
And I will continue to do so until the truth is heard.
Are you suggesting that your car travelled to Harleston all on its own?
No, I'm suggesting my car was outside the Winchester Club all night.
The video evidence suggests otherwise.
Well, the video evidence is an ass.
It says here you pleaded guilty anyway.
That is correct.
Well, which is it? Guilty or innocent?
Guilty of having a shunt, innocent of the carnage in Harleston.
I think we better discuss this one.
All stand.
£800 fine and 50 extra for wasting the court's time, and they call that justice.
Oh, you best put it behind you now, Arthur.
Put it behind me? With my motor cropping up all over London without me? It's not natural.
Could it be some kind of prank?
Prank? Ringing a bell and running away is a prank. Bucket of water on the top of the door, that's a prank. This is a calculated, malicious act by a disturbed personality. A carefully planned and highly dangerous piece of chicanery that could have ended in bodily injury. It has all the hallmarks of mental instability. Reggie? Arthur. Good morning to you too. Good. How's your dear lady wife? Oh, good. You don't think she could use her microwave, do you? Only I'm doing a line at the moment at a remarkably reasonable price. Well, it's pretty much the same as other microwaves. It's white, it's got a little door, a thing that goes ping when the food's ready. But over and above that, it's got this built-in... Oh, hold on. I'll get back to you. Excuse me. Can I help you?
No, just looking round.
No, you got the wrong idea. It's not a cash and carry. It's a private warehouse.
Nice carpet.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
What would that be then? A Wilton?
Axminster.
It's very striking.
I can't beat an Axminster.
How big is it?
Oh, lounge size, I'd say.
Is it for sale?
Oh, if the price is right, yes.
How much would that be then?
Ooh, carpet like this, fast colour, fully underlaid, guaranteed pile. Oh, you're looking at, 400.
Oh, I see.
And of course, if you're prepared to pay cash, we could come to some...
I am Detective Constable Fitzgibbon. I'm arresting you for receiving and attempting to sell stolen goods. Anything you say may be taken down and presented in evidence against you. The carpet was part of a large consignment which was stolen from the Delroy Carpet Company at the end of January. The whereabouts of the remaining goods is still under investigation.
Thank you, officer. You may step down. Quite extraordinary. You claim you had no knowledge of the carpet on your premises.
May I be struck down where I stand. I had never clapped eyes on the aforementioned item until the officer drew my attention to it.
But the officer claims you tried to sell him the stolen goods at a knockdown price.
This is a row.
That was just an unfortunate crossing of wires. I thought he was talking about something else.
What exactly?
Well, my memory's a bit hazy. But I know it was a simple misunderstanding, because I had never seen that carpet before in my life.
And you'd never been to the Delroy Carpet Company in Brentford?
No, Your Worship.
I see. Anything more to add?
No, miss.
Not even in the interests of variety? Well, Mr. Daly, this is not the first time you've appeared before me, is it? To be wrongfully arrested once could be considered unfortunate, but twice in 1 week smacks of carelessness.
100 hours community service.
That's better than getting sent down.
You're missing a point, Dave. I'm innocent. This is the second time I've been dragged through the British legal system for something I didn't do.
There's no doubt about it. There is somebody out there lurking, waiting to strike again.
Yeah, but who?
I don't know. Could be anybody. Somebody he knows, even. Harbouring some secret malice.
Yeah, we could make a list of all the people Arthur's crossed in some way over the years.
We don't have that sort of time, Ray.
Dave, Ray, please. Look, I am not a man who jumps at shadows. I pride myself that I steer a pretty steady boat, but I'm going here. I feel like the fox with the hot breath of the hounds on the back of my neck. If I go up before that beak once more, I'll be sewing mailbags, wearing the same pair of socks all week, and begging snout from ardent convicts staring at me across the mints.
If only you hadn't tried to sell him the carpet.
Oh, that's right, blame me. It's all my fault. Can I remind you, I am the victim here. A dark, shadowy hand has entered my affairs.
Yeah, but Arthur, why did you try and sell him the carpet?
Because it was there. It was all a blur. All I could think was 400 for a carpet I'd never even seen before.
Yeah, but he was obviously a copper. You could tell by his boots.
Yeah, but look, when are you going to start this here community lark?
I don't know. I have my interview in the morning.
I am your community service officer, so any problems you bring to me. Now, when are you available for work?
Well, I thought I'd take a gentle run up
We
to it.
expect 2 days a week minimum, 9 to 4. If you're so much as 15 minutes late, you'll be marked down as a miss. 3 misses will be regarded as a breach of your service order, and you may be reported back to the court for additional sentencing. Clear?
Crystal.
All right, now, have you any particular skills or training which we could bear in mind when allocating your field of work?
Skills?
Or such as carpentry, electrical training?
No.
Decorating?
No, we always get someone in.
Building skills, sitting in guilds, or in situ experience in the workplace?
No, you're talking blue collar. I'm white collar.
What is your occupation?
Auto dealer. Wholesale retail. 40 years management experience. Currently engaged as infrastructure consultant in a major East European development project.
I'll put you down for gardening.
Atkinson? Yeah. Peters?
Yeah.
Cropper?
Yeah.
Daly? Daly? Arthur Daly here?
Arthur Daly. Am I all right, parked just here?
You're late. Another couple of minutes and I've had you down as a miss.
Don't tell me. It's appalling. Hanger Lane's chocker. We're in here, aren't we? I should avoid the A40 if I were you. Nobody said anything about parks. I specifically requested indoor work.
It's not a holiday, you know.
You're one of them city financial advisors, aren't you? Yeah, I know your sort.
What's this?
Put holes in the topsoil, aerate it.
I'm not dressed for aerating.
Well, you know better next time, won't you?
Not there!
bloody service. 100 hours. I suppose I haven't put away. Not sent on bloody day trips. Community service, what they give schoolboys are caught nicking sweets. What can I say? He had a clean record. You're losing it, Feely. What's happening in this country? When I started, you got caught blagging. You got put away. End of story. The yobs running riot in the streets. Now they end up doing day trips, painting nurseries.
Keep it down, Knowles.
I'll hit him again, Charlie. You do? I'm no piss about. The filth obviously want him served up on a platter.
Ray? Yeah. Hey, listen, dig out one of them microwaves, will you? They're behind the bird baths. You're by the foot spas. Do you want a 650 watt or a 500?
Oh, let me see.
You better make it a 650. Yeah, I'll charge you the same as I would for a 500. What were you?
A mountain bike.
Yeah, dig out a 10-speed, will you? Yeah, all right, all right. Listen, Ray, what video games we got left? Moonfighter 3? No, you don't want that. Bernie the Bumblebee? Oh, yeah, he likes that. All right, Ray?
Yeah, I'll get on it. Well. It's a friendly neighbourhood, Bobby's.
We'd like to have a look around your uncle's premises.
Yeah, I bet you would. Well, come in. You won't find anything.
Oh, I don't doubt it. I've known Daly longer than I care to remember, and he was never anything other than careful.
So what's happening here?
You tell me.
I don't follow.
Arthur is a lot of things to a lot of people, but one thing he's not is a hit-and-run driver.
Which is exactly what he told you, I believe.
Better men than me have made it their life's work to nail Arthur Daly, and they've all ended up frustrated, broken, bitter men. Now, all of a sudden, I can't finish a cup of coffee without some concerned citizen telling me they've got new information about Arthur's latest piece of flighty footwork. Who's got it in for him, Ray?
Over the last, and it's Scarlet Street, being pressed hard now by Addlescroft. Addlescroft finishing very strongly, but at the line it's Scarlet Street.
Stitched up.
Tight as a kipper.
And you've been hit 3 times, you say?
Once in the car and twice in the lockup.
And the old Bilber on them all like a shot?
Yeah.
Lateral thinking. That's the secret in these cases, you know? You have to come at it from a different angle.
Have you got an idea?
Don't rush him. He's piecing it together.
There's been nothing on the street about you. But
what?
There's a snip in the next race. Teriyaki, 6-1.
Arthur, this is a complete waste of time. He's an old con on the blag.
How little you know, Ray. Gossip may look like a turnip, but he's got a brain like a giant computer. I once heard him recite every bus route, stop by stop, terminus to terminus, in Greater London and parts of Luton.
Well, that's handy.
More I think about it, more I recognise the handwriting. Puts me in mind of a right nasty that happened to a face by the name of Emma Callaghan.
What sort of nasty?
Well, his motor was written off by a minicab. He ended up in hospital with the police at his bedside. Had this holdall full of nanty gear that they found in his boot. Didn't stack up.
Well, go on.
Well, the gear in the holdall was checkbooks, credit cards. Hammer don't read or write. He still went down.
Where can we find this Hammer Callahan?
And it's teriyaki is gone, but it's still sabaki.
Dead certain a 3:30 at Haydock.
I'm not sure this is a good idea, asking an old lag to talk about his nefarious past. We could turn ugly. He wasn't known as the Hammer for nothing.
Are you Hammer Callahan?
Who wants to know?
We're interested in your accident.
Someone got it into their heads that I'd done the dirty on them.
Who? Hammer?
You remember the Wilson sorting office job?
What, the great mailbag blag? The what?
Before your time, son.
Of course! Hammer Callahan. You were in on that, weren't you? You nearly got away with $250,000. It was in all the papers. He was a minor celebrity.
Well, it was a complete fiasco from beginning to end. One of the clerks got badly done, and we was all put away. Charlie Knowles got life for tapping the postie, and the rest of us got 3 to 7.
So why'd it fit up with the checkbooks then?
Well, after we'd done our time for the Wilson job, Charlie still had a lot of bird to do. Rumour has it he'd gone sour, felt he was doing other people's time. So he put out a few buns, and the old firm started going down again.
It's ringing bells, Arthur.
Not a tinkle.
Yeah, Hammer, you mentioned others.
Larry the lookout, he was fitted up with a burglary. He's still inside for 5. Bennett the driver, he collected a couple in Pentonville for fake MOTs.
Well, do you reckon we could talk to him? Well, let's hope he's more help than Hammer was.
He'd better be. Oh, this restaurant looks a bit lumpy.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, sir.
So, it was down to fisticuffs that you got caught?
No, still could have cracked it. We're flying down the A4, halfway to the safe house, no sign of old Bill. Suddenly there's smoke everywhere. The getaway car swallowed a valve doing 90. We end up in a ditch. We got 200 grand in the boots, and we ain't got an AA card between us. The police couldn't keep a straight face.
So that was the car?
Yeah.
And where did you get this car?
I don't know. You have to ask the quartermaster.
And who was that?
Geezer named Phelan.
Sir Arthur, what exactly is a quartermaster anyway?
Oh, he's like the buyer. He gets all the equipment, you know, the coshes and the stocking masks, that sort of thing.
Right.
Well, what a state. I haven't been up here for ages. It's creepy, isn't it?
Well, don't worry, Arthur. I'll hold your hand. Right, where do we start?
Here, who's Vera? Friend of Dave's. Ah, here we are. Never chuck anything away, you never know.
What year are we looking for?
1970. Got it. Right, hang on. Right. Yep, go on. Got it. There you are, 1969.
Good year, was it?
Bingo. 1970.
Yeah. You have a look through then. I'll take the rest. Right. Hewitt, Fields. 11th. Oh, here's a good one. Harry from the Carp, 1 Hillman Hunter, good goer. Arthur, call this a business receipt.
Ray.
Arthur, why'd you keep hold of all this stuff, eh?
Ray.
What?
17th of June. G-Reg Rover, 3.5 litre, maroon coupe, £1,125, 17 and 6. Mr. S. Phelan. The quartermaster.
We're going to go and see him.
See who?
Knowles, of course. We're going to go down the Nick and have a word with him.
Have a word with him? Are you mad? Have you listened to anything I've been saying? Like evil, thug, vindictive?
Yeah.
Ray, clinically speaking, Knowles is a fruitcake.
He's had his sentence increased 4 times for thumping fellow inmates and warders.
Exactly. We can't be doing with this aggravation. We've got to have it out with him.
What an inspired idea. Let's have it out with him.
All right. So what do you suggest?
Vigilance.
What?
We put a ring of steel round the lockup. Round-the-clock surveillance. Whoever he's using to fit me up is going to try again. And when he does, we'll have him. Well, Ray will. Right, 2-hour shifts. Ray first, then you, then me. Ray again, then you.
Hang about, Arthur. That means we get 2 and you only gets 1.
So, who's got 93 hours community service facing him? It's no picnic, you know. I shall be up my knees in seedlings again tomorrow.
Yeah, I thought we could do with these.
Oh, good idea. Right, now no slacking on the job. Keep your eyes peeled and your ears to the ground. Good luck. I'm going to turn in. You better too, Dave. I want you nice and sharp for your watch.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Right. I'll take first turn, shall I?
Yeah, you get your head down, Ray. I'll take over.
Oh, cheers, Dave. You know, I can't put up with all this.
What else can we do? It's all hands on deck when Arthur's got grief. I'm not having him sent down.
Yeah, you're right.
It's too small for me, Arthur.
Well, raise the saddle.
I tried that. My legs keep hitting the handlebars on the upstroke.
Well, I'm sorry, Willie. Unless it's damaged, you've got no comeback.
I don't even need a bicycle.
Never underestimate a bicycle. Did you know Singapore fell because of them? There we were with all our guns pointing out to sea, convinced the Japs couldn't get their tanks through the jungle. What did they do? Got on their bikes and legged it through the footpaths. One of the great shocks of the war, that was. The entire Imperial Army hurtling out the shrubbery, chucking grenades out of the little baskets on the front of their bikes.
Mr. Daly?
What? Oh, Mr. Armitage. What are you doing here?
Oh, I often have lunch in the park. I'm glad I bumped into you. It's about your credit facility.
Could we discuss it some other time? It's a bit difficult at the moment.
I hope you don't mind me asking you this, but I thought you told me you were a construction consultant.
Aha! You are wondering why I'm planting a tree.
A bit?
Charity. You can't take all the time. Well, banks can, but no, you've got to give something back. It's for the Rotarians.
A fellow Rotarian?
No, this is Willie, a local scout.
The bike?
Sorted.
Yeah, that's me. Dib, dib, dib.
Yeah, I thought you could do with a stiffener.
Thanks, Ray.
Look, Arthur, if we don't do something, you know what's going to happen. Yeah, he's going to get you. Might not be tonight or tomorrow, but it's going to be sometime. And when he does, well, that's it, Arthur. No one can help you.
We're going to have to see Knowles, aren't we?
I think we are.
But let me do the talking.
Let me look at you. Let me see the man who blagged his way in here claiming to be my long-lost cousin.
Well, we had to say something to get in to see you. At the moment, they think I'm telling you your sister's had an accident.
You've got some front. Who the hell are you, anyway?
Arthur Daly.
You've got the nerve to show your face.
There's a few things we need to clear up.
Beginning to squirm, I hear.
I was appalled. That is the only word for it. Appalled. That a certain vehicle that I sold you in all good faith didn't come up to scratch when it was most needed. I was shocked. I mean, obviously not as shocked as you were, Charlie, but I come here in all humbleness to offer you full restitution.
Restitution?
Refund. In full. In mitigation of any inconvenience it may have caused you by packing up mid-getaway.
Did you say inconvenience?
It's all a misunderstanding, for which I have wholehearted regrets. So what do you say? Let bygones be bygones?
I'll tell you what I say. You can stuff your 2,000 nickel. This is just the start. By the time I'm finished with you, you'll be begging for community service. You're a little rat, Daly. A little man who needs to earn respect.
I'll tell you what I say. I've got more respect for something I'd scrape off the bottom of my shoe.
Ray.
Sit down, Knowles.
It's all right, officer. I've just given him the bad news.
Yeah, and here's some more bad news. Unless you call off whoever's fitting up Arthur, you're going to have me to deal with.
Yeah, don't mind him, Charlie.
Yeah, you're going to get out of here soon, Charlie, aren't you? And when you do, I'm going to be waiting. You're going to be that much older and that much slower. And then, pal, I'm going to show you what a vendetta really means.
20-odd years I've spent in places like this, and all because of him. 20 years! 20 bloody years! How old are you, son?
Him and his sister were very close.
You threatened him.
Well, he was never going to listen, was he?
Look, when you're facing a tiger who's been cooped up for years, dying to get his claws into you, the last thing you want to do is rattle his cage.
Arthur, I had to say something, didn't I?
He's probably arranging for one of his cronies to come after me with a chainsaw. There was I looking at a short stretch in prison, and now here I am looking at a long time in the cemetery. Next time you have a good idea, don't. Dave, you asleep?
Yes, thank you, Arthur.
It's a game, all this, isn't it?
Arthur, you have only done 5 minutes.
No, I mean all of it. You know, you plod along doing your best. Rowing against the current, being pushed downstream. It's like driving a car. You potter along at 30 miles an hour, perfectly happy. And then suddenly, whoosh, you're overtaken by some nameless terror at 90 miles an hour.
What are you burbling on about, Arthur? Look, it's 5 o'clock in the morning.
I'm scared, Dave. I couldn't take prison. I know some can handle it, but it would carry me off.
Don't talk like that, Arthur.
Well, you've got to face up to things. It's no good being unrealistic.
It won't come to that.
It's too awful to contemplate. Banged up for 23 hours a day. A life of slamming doors and turning keys. Ever under the watchful eye. And the dread of being buried alive before you got to sleep. Oh, it doesn't bear imagining. The only thing to look forward to, that crocodile march round the exercise yard. Cast into the pit of human misery. Never again to experience a decent cigar, soothing VAT, company of friends, the wind in your face. Dave? Dave?
Arthur.
I'll stop out in a minute, officer.
It's all right, Arthur. It's me, Ray.
Oh.
Look, there's no point to this, Arthur, if you're going to go to sleep.
Oh, I wasn't asleep. I was thinking.
Well, you were spark out.
No, I was resting my eyes.
We can't go on. Our nerves are getting shot.
I know, I can't face another night playing silly buggers.
Arthur!
I want to make one thing clear, Ray. We're not having this meeting, right? It never happened.
What meeting? Now listen, you ever heard of the Wilston sorting office raid back in the 70s?
Charlie Knowles?
The very man.
Arthur, you'll have me shot.
Oh. Just another half hour, Lionel. We'll call it another tenner off the microwave. All right.
So you think it's Knowles who's got it in for Arthur?
I don't think it, I know it.
Well, what do you want me to do?
Listen, you owe Arthur a favour. Thought you might be able to warn Knowles off, threaten him with a longer sentence or something.
Oh, come off it, Ray. And him with a watertight alibi. There's no evidence that he's even involved. What you need is to find his outside men.
Yeah, it seems like everyone he knows has been fitted up just like Arthur. Well, all the ones we could find, that is.
And the only one you couldn't was a bloke called Phelan.
Now, how did you know that?
Because Phelan is a very hard man to find.
You what?
When he was in prison, Phelan was what you might call cooperative. He told us a lot of things that we wanted to know. It helped our clear-up rate no end. In fact, there was a couple of coppers even got promotion on account of Phelan's info.
So?
So, when he came out, we helped him keep a low profile.
And you reckon he might be the one giving us all the aggro?
He could be. I don't suppose Charlie Knowles even knows he's started to grass. And I'm not about to tell him.
Oh, Mr. Daly. How can I help you?
Look, I really need to see my Uncle Charlie.
Your uncle? That isn't true, is it, sir?
No, I'm a friend.
That's not how it seemed last time.
It's important that I see him.
I'm afraid that's not going to be possible. He's no longer with us.
Arthur, get in the van.
What are you talking about? I can't.
Arthur, get in the van.
I can't breach my order.
Forget about the order, I've got things to tell you. Come on.
What? What's all this about then?
Now listen, how much did Phelan pay you for that motor?
Yeah, I want to speak to D.S. Rogerson, please.
Lane. That was a clever little accident you arranged between my car and the taxi.
What are you talking about?
And the carpet. And the watches.
You're mad.
Far from it. But I know a man who is. Our friend Charlie Knowles.
Never heard of him.
Really? So you weren't Charlie's quartermaster? So he didn't give you £2,000 to buy the car? And you didn't buy a cheaper version from me and pocket the change? A few £100. Fortunately, my experience of Charlie is fairly limited. But I reckon if he found out that his old mate, his old mucker, who he was using to fit up the rest of the gang, if he found out it was good old Feely all the time, that he was responsible for the gnaws up on the A40 because he couldn't keep his hands off the cash, and that he was the only one who come out with a profit, I dread to think what he might do.
There is an alternative.
I'm listening.
You can tell Charlie boy you've done the job. That Arthur's nicely tucked up doing a 2-year stretch.
Yeah, I could make him believe that.
First you got to tell the old Bill how you fitted up Arthur. You can tell him Knowles put the squeeze on you, forced you into doing it. But don't worry about it. You'll probably get another light sentence. They look after their own, don't they?
Yeah. I've got a lot of friends in the old Bill.
We know you have. How do you think we found you?
I think I should warn you, I should consider suing for wrongful arrest. There's far too much of this running in and out with the police and their informants. Citizen can't sleep safely in his bed. Oh, and I should want my fine back for a start.
That's a matter for the CPS, sir.
I have to say this, Phelan. My old dad will be really impressed me nicking you. He was on the original Willesden sorting office case. You're a piece of living history, you are. Do you know that?
Which is more than can be said for your old friend Charlie Knowles.
What do you mean?
And you heard? His jam tar packed up when he was legging it from 2 prison officers.
You what?
Yeah. He died in Hammersmith Hospital 2 days ago.
You said you went to see Charlie Knowles today. He's dead.
Must have slipped my mind.
That's my boy. Image, Luigi, image. That's what I'm talking about.
You expect me to cook in dark glasses?
No, but you've got to create an ambience, a mood, a certain je ne sais quoi.
What is this,
Look, with your talent for bunging together a nice bit of Ai-Tai-Nosh...
You call my preparations Ai-Tai-Nosh?
A term of colloquial affection. You know I love lasagna and chips. The point is that since the invasion of those not born in this green and pleasant, ethnic food has become the norm. The taste buds of a nation... nay, an empire, built on meat and 3 veg, have changed beyond all redemption. I mean, show me a takeaway where I can get a nice spotted dick or a bit of bread pudding. All gone. La cuisine of foreign fields has won the pork chop war.
It's very interesting, Arthur. But why should I go into business with you when I already have my own family restaurant, eh?
Which, and no disrespect intended, Luigi, I happen to know is losing bundles of lira. I have even heard receivership mentioned. And that is in spite of the renown of your rigatoni pasticciata. La Cosa Nostra. Perfect.
You want me, an Italiano, to run a restaurant called the...
Cosa Nostra? No, Cosa Nostra. Nostra. Nosh, as in food, Luigi.
Oh, I don't know, Arthur. Carla don't like people think all Italians are mafiosa. We are honest family, hard-working.
Yeah, precisely. Good family values. Look after your own. Punters appreciate that sort of thing. Marlon made that very clear.
Marlon?
Brando. Don Corleone, the Godfather. Hey, there's a thought. I'll check with his agent, see if he's available to be our guest of honour on the opening night.
You have big ideas, Arthur.
Such is my Charlie Forty, Luigi. I didn't build the daily business empire by thinking small. I'm going for a full Monty on this one.
What is this, the Monty?
Well, let me put it this way. Hype is the game, image the name. You play the role, you avoid the dole. End of.
I'm not saying it's not a good idea, Arthur.
Yeah, take my menu idea for starters. Sam Giancana sarnies, Lucky Luciano lasagna, calamari alla Capone, and sleeping with the fishes, king prawns in garlic butter. You get my drift? Couple of minders on the door, togged up as wise blokes.
I think you mean wise guys.
Yeah, whatever, the chaps over here.
What's that all about, then?
What?
Arthur and the Don.
Well, Yanni's had to do a run back to Greece down to a small gambling debt.
Small as in major.
Well, what's Yanni the Bubble got to do with it?
Why, Johnny had to leave his taverna behind, didn't he? So Arthur done a deal with him to front it up as the new proprietor.
He's setting up to become the new Capo de Cappuccino of the Italian restaurant game.
If Arthur can get a deal with Luigi, he's in business.
An Italian-Greek taverna? Only half.
No, Billy, he's having it completely redecorated into one of these theme restaurants.
Yeah, scheme, more like.
He's in with a chance. It's a good concept.
Concept? Theme? What's all that? I mean, we are talking about Arthur here, aren't we?
Yeah, and have you ever known Arthur to be a skint member?
He's always pleading poverty.
Only if he owes you money, that's different.
OK, he does know how to put his hand on a pound note, I'll give you that. But can you imagine him running a restaurant, eh? Plundered potatoes, blagged beef, chawed chicken, looted lamb. Punters scoffing at Arthur's all end up getting nicked for eating the evidence. You're right, get that, would you?
What? You all right? Winchester Club?
You won't regret it, Luigi. And being what you might call the Pope of Wilsden, my word is my bond.
I still have to talk to Carla.
You tell her it's for the Bambino, she'll come round. Oh, Ray, the Don and me have reached agreement. Tell Dave to send over a bottle of his finest, will you? The Valpolicella 93 should do the trick.
Arthur, you got a minute?
Yeah, of course. Excuse me, Luigi.
Oh, see.
What's up?
There's a geezer on the phone asking for you. He sounded a bit weird.
Who did he say who he was?
Frankie Connor. Claims he's an old pal.
Oh, God, that's Cranky Frankie. I thought you were still in the shovel. You didn't tell him I was here, did you?
Well, I said I'd check.
Well, you have, and I'm not. Tell him I've gone abroad or something.
Well, who is he then?
Oh, a blast from the past. A right pain in the Gregory. Get shot of him.
Right.
Oh, and don't forget the wine. Sorry about that, Luigi. A little bit of business. Now, where was we? Oh, yeah. I haven't told you what I'm going to bung up on the walls.
Oh, and he's told me to tell you to hold up on the rest of the kitchen equipment till tomorrow. He's got a problem.
What problem?
Well, I don't know. Don't I need any labour, ain't I?
Put him on.
I can't, can I? He's gone out looking for fittings or something. Oh, and he said to leave the freezer and the grub out and all.
Why?
He's still sorting out the wiring.
God help us.
Not much chance of that. He ain't answering the phone.
Look, this is not the time for blasphemous jollities, Billy. We've got an opening night tomorrow, the invites have gone out and the ads are in the press.
Oh, here, Arthur. Is that right, Marlon Brando's going to be here?
I don't know what the problem is. All I know is I've got loads of hard-earned invested in this enterprise. I don't want it going boss-eyed at the last minute.
So what shall I do with this lot, then? Second-hand Sid's waiting for me to pick up the table and chairs.
Oh, God. Well, you better unload it. Go round, pick them up and schlep them round the restaurant. I'll see you there later.
Where are you going, then?
See the Don, work out the final details. And don't forget, we're picking up the booze from Dave.
I still don't like it.
Well, what's that, Carla?
This a business with the waitress dressed up like a gangster's always.
I know, that's all part of the theme. Attractive moles, you see. Pull in the punters.
Ha!
Carla, my darling, please, let Arthur explain, eh?
Yeah.
Well, what's the explain, eh?
Carla,
What's the
please.
explain? You think I don't know this a man? This a man who go through life with an open fly?
Oh, I'm sure of that.
I'm a good Catholic. We know divorce.
I make one mistake, Arthur, one mistake, but she don't let me forget it.
That's all right. I don't forget. I don't forget.
It's a long time ago, my darling. Why you bring this up now? Can't you see we're trying to do the business here?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. He's still got the floor up out there. Where is he? Where is he?
I told you, didn't I? He's gone looking for fittings. How do I know?
I know that you told me you'd have that finished 2 days ago.
Yeah, well, Lenny's mate didn't cop the rest of the stuff of the building site till yesterday.
Oh, God, you can't trust anyone these days. You try and put a few extra souls in the pockets of the unemployed, and what do you get?
Cowboys.
What?
Well, you get what you pay for, Arthur. You got Lenny.
Don't be lemon. Oh, my God.
What's up?
I forgot the fish. Look, can't you bung it back in the fridge? I'll get Ray to pick it up tomorrow, only I've got this storage
There's no
problem.
way off. It's Friday tomorrow, it's a busy day. The governor will be here. What do you want me to do, get nicked? Look, you either take this now or this deal's off.
All right, all right, all right. Yeah, there you go. Stick it in the boot.
Excuse me, sir. Mr. Daly.
Mr. Arthur Daly.
That is correct, yes.
Detective Sergeant Salmon.
Salmon.
This is my colleague, D.C. Riley.
How can I help you, officer?
We understand you are acquainted with a man called Frank Connor.
Frank?
Connor.
No, it doesn't ring a bell.
Are you sure?
Connor. No, I don't recall. May one inquire what this is about, officer?
It's a little chilly out here, Mr. Daly. You mind if we talk inside?
Oh, yeah, please, come in. I hope it's not going to take too long, officer. I've got a very heavy schedule on.
Interesting place you have here, Mr. Daly.
Just a sideline, Sergeant. Storage warehouse. I rent space for other people's goods. Property and the motor trade are my main business interests.
That a fact?
We must have been misinformed.
What my colleague is implying, Mr. Daly, is that we know quite a bit about your activities.
You do?
Yes. We also know you once employed one Frankie Connor.
Ah! Did you say Frankie Connor?
Temporary amnesia, I understand.
Yes, yeah, Frankie Connor. A very unreliable employee, I assure you, Sergeant, of doubtful honesty. Yeah, I believe the rest of my staff used to refer to him as Cranky Frankie. I had to sack him after he committed terrible acts of violence against a couple of my clients. Very, very upsetting.
I'm sure. Is that why you gave evidence for the defence at his trial?
Oh. Misguided sense of employer responsibility, I assure you, Sergeant. When he got tucked up in the shovel for a sent down for 7 years, there was a huge sigh of relief in the community, I can tell you.
So you haven't seen him since then?
Well, I don't see how I could. According to my reckoning, he's still doing penance in one of Her Majesty's institutions.
Not at the moment, he isn't.
Sorry?
He escaped from custody this morning.
Did he?
Naturally, in view of the community's anxiety about him, we are keen to find him.
And return him from whence he came.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, given your, how shall I say, position in the community, we can rely on your cooperation.
Cooperation?
Should you hear anything of his whereabouts?
You'd be sure to let us know, wouldn't you?
Oh, certainly, certainly. Without a moment's hesitation. As a founder member of the Neighbourhood Watch on this matter, I know exactly where my duty lies.
Good. We have an understanding, then?
Oh, definitely, undoubtedly.
Excellent. We'll bid you good day, then, Mr. Daly.
Always a pleasure. Be of service to officers of the law, Sergeant.
Have they gone?
Eh?
Have they gone?
Oh, my good God, Frankie!
The plot, the old bill, have they gone?
Oh, how did you... I don't know. I'll check. I'll go and check. I'll go and check.
Hold it, Arthur. Stop right there.
Oh, my God, Frankie, a gun! No, it's me, Arthur, your friend.
Yeah, from what I heard you saying to those cozzers, you could have fooled me. You ain't going anywhere. Another Cranky Frankie. I'm gutted, Arthur, gutted.
Porkies, Frankie. I mean, you know I stocked the odd suspect item, and I thought, you heard all that innuendo about nicking me if I didn't cooperate. I told them what they wanted to hear just to get rid of them.
Cobblers. It's all cobblers. Have a good mutton mullier right now.
No, please don't, Frankie, please don't. I'm not a well man. I've got a condition.
Shut it.
Oh.
I said shut it, Arthur.
Yes, I will. I won't say another word. I can see you're upset.
I mean, shut the door.
Oh, of course.
And bolt it up.
Of course.
Wait a minute.
What do you reckon, Billy?
Keep on trucking, Arthur. Jimmy. Oh, that'll convince them,
Go and shut the gates, Arthur. Don't try anything.
Frankie, please, put the gun away. Look, it's me, Arthur. I wouldn't drop you in it.
Just do it, Arthur.
Very sensible, Frankie, very sensible. I was going to suggest the same thing myself. We don't want any more unwanted visitors, do we?
I'm gutted, Arthur, gutted. I never thought you was a Roman.
Oh, God forbid you should think that, Frankie. I'm one of your own, you know that.
Yeah.
Who gave you work? Who stood staunch and true at your trial? I gave you a glowing testimonial.
I'm going to find out what's been going on. Don't think I won't.
I don't know what you mean, Frankie.
Get your motor in here. Go on.
My motor?
You heard. If anyone sees this, they'll find out you're here. Then they might find out I'm here, so move it. Where's the mains?
Mains? You Frankie, I've got perishing perishables in the freezer. I must have electric.
No lights, Arthur. I told you I don't want anyone to know we're here.
Yeah, but it's my stock for the restaurant I'm opening tomorrow. It's going off.
Too bad.
My point exactly.
Me and you can have a talk.
Talk?
Right.
Where are you off to now, then?
Winchester, pick up the booze.
I'll join you. I could do with a gargle. I'll roll this collar.
I want a drink. You got a drink?
Cup of tea. I'll make you a nice cup of tea. The thing is, it's electric kettle.
I want a drink, Arthur. A proper drink.
Yeah, of course. I can see you're a bit tense. Yeah, I've got some tonic in the fridge if you want.
You know, don't you? I know you know. You know everything that goes on in a manor.
Forgive me, Frankie, but how am I supposed to know what you think I know if I don't know what you think I know? You know what I mean?
You know about Rosie.
Rosie?
Rosie, my Mrs. Arthur. Rosie, don't take me for a mug.
No, calm down, Frankie, calm down. I do not know of what you're talking. I mean, is she ill or what?
She ain't ill. She's at it. I've been told she's at it.
Rosie? No. No, I mean, I know she was fond of a bit of hoisting, but she gave all that up when you went away. She got a nice little job.
Oh, she's at it, Arthur. At it with another geezer.
Rosie? No. No, Rosie's a married woman. She's married to you.
Don't lie to me, Arthur.
I'm not. I was at the wedding. If Rosie was breaking her vows, I'd be bound to know. That'd be round at Winchester like wildfire. And there are rules about that. Chaps' wives do not get up to hanky-panky, Frankie, when the breadwinner's at a tug. That is well out of order.
When did you last see her?
Rosie?
When did you last see Rosie, Arthur?
Well, must have been about a couple of months ago. She popped into the Winchester.
Who with? Who with?
Maggie Doolan and Little Em. Her mates she used to graft with. They were having a girls' night out, you know, reminiscing about the old days.
Was there any geezers in the company?
No one except Dave and me. And no mention.
Frankie Connor?
Yeah, went on the news earlier.
Isn't that the geezer that was ringing Arthur and he was getting me to plank?
That's him, Cranky Frankie.
So what's his connection with Arthur?
Well, a few years back, it was before you hooked up with Arthur, he used to give Frank a bit of work, you know, a bit of this, a bit of that. Well, one day, he sent Frankie along to chaw back a motor what some punters hadn't paid up on. This punter and his brother just happened to show up as Frankie was playing it. Oh, when they complained, he gave them a right boshing. Yeah. Got nicked for ABH and copped the 7 stretch.
You're joking? 7?
Yeah. Well, mind you, it probably would have been 5 if Arthur hadn't gone over the top, giving him a character reference at the trial.
You don't think that's why he rung Arthur, do you?
No, Frankie thinks the world of Arthur. He knew Arthur never sent him round to bosh anyone. He's proud to do bird for him, that's what he said. Like I said, he is a bit of a, you know... Well, I reckon that's about it.
Yeah, but Dave, does Arthur know that Frankie's had it on his toes?
I don't know.
The search for Frank Connor, who escaped from custody while being treated at hospital earlier today, continues. Connor, who is serving 7 years for violence and whom the police describe as dangerous, was taken in a police security van at 5 a.m. this morning from Wormwood Scrubs.
Here, live at the scene of Frank Connor's dramatic escape.
What's the matter? Where are you going?
I'm sorry, my darling. I have to go out. It's an emergency. An emergency. I'll explain later.
Police believe he may have been helped by an outside accomplice.
He's a crazy.
Sally Vincent, in-house.
He's a crazy man.
What are we going to do? I can't stay here. I heard indoors he's doing a roast. I'll be missed. People will be looking for me. I've got an opening tomorrow night and all my stock is deteriorating out there fast. Look, let me ring Rosie.
No!
And get...
She ain't going to tell you anything. She'll figure it'll get back to me.
Now, you want to help me, Arthur. You get her round here.
Good thinking, Frankie. Good thinking. I'll pop over at the house and swag her over here on some pretext.
No, you ain't going anywhere. I still ain't forgot what you said to the old Bill.
Oh, don't start all that again, Frankie. Look.
No!
Well, look. You smell fish. Frankie, please, don't do anything foolish.
Arthur? Arthur, you in there?
Ray, don't shoot! It's my nephew, Ray! Ray, thank God you're here. There's someone with me who needs our help. Ray, look, it's Ray. He's blood, kin. He can help get Rosie.
What's happening? What's going on?
Hold it. Hold it.
All right.
Ray, it's all right. Frankie's a very good friend of mine, and he's a bit nervous at the moment, isn't he, Frankie?
It's not Frankie Connor, is it, Arthur?
How do you know it's me? Who told you I was here? Who told you?
Well, no one told me. I don't know. I just come to pick up some glasses. Arthur, what is happening?
Ray, Frankie's had it away from the Nick. He's come to me for sanctuary. He's got a bit of domestic ag. He needs us to help him sort it. Look, you wait here, Frankie. I'll go and let him in.
No, he stays there and you stay put.
Yeah, of course. No need. Let me talk to him. Let me explain.
I'm sorry, there's no one here at the moment to answer your call. Please leave a message after the tone and I'll get back to you.
Tell her I'm a bit incapacitated, and I would consider it a great personal favour if she's got the time and could pop along for a little chat. The important business matter, that should do it.
Yeah, but why can't I tell her Frankie's here? That's the whole point, ain't it?
You don't tell her. You don't tell anyone. If the Bills show up, I take it you've grasped me. And that won't be healthy for Arthur. You understand what I'm saying?
Ray, Frankie just wants to give her a pleasant surprise. Isn't that right, Frankie?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. But I'm telling you, you are Martha, you're going to have to deal with me. Now, do you understand?
Ray, don't upset Frankie. He's tired and emotional. Had a stressful day. Just find Rosie, there's a good boy.
Yeah, Arthur, what if she ain't there or she don't want to come?
Find her. Give her money, anything. Get her.
You must be joking. I'm not going anywhere, let alone to see Arthur.
Why?
Don't be a prat, Ray. Do you think I don't know what that's about? He's got that bloody lunatic Frankie round there, hasn't he?
Well,
Look, I'm not going anywhere until that idiot is caged up again. Now, you can tell him that, and you can tell Arthur that.
Rosie, Arthur's in trouble.
I don't give a monkeys. I've got myself to look out for.
Dave! Is Arthur here? I must see Arthur. Where is he?
He ain't here. What's the matter with you? You look terrible.
Oh, give me a drink. I don't know what to do. I got to find Arthur.
Look, calm down, Luigi. What's the problem? Maybe I can help.
Frankie, everything's going to be okay from now on. Stand on me. Look, when Ray arrives with Rosie, I think the best thing for me to do is leave you two alone together, so you can discuss it privately without the embarrassment of a third party.
Hold it, Arthur, hold it.
Hello?
Arthur, it's me, Ray.
Ray, why aren't you here? Where's Rosie?
Look, I've been round to see her, but I'm afraid it's not good news.
Not good? Why? What's the matter?
She don't want to come, Arthur. She knows it's about Frankie, and as far as she's concerned, he should be back in a cage. Yeah, the sooner the better.
Oh, but where are you talking from?
I'm at the Winchester, and I'm afraid it's a bit more complicated than you think.
Complicated? Why? What?
Well, Luigi's here.
Oh, look, I don't have time to discuss the finer points of cooking calamari.
It's not that, Arthur. It's him and Rosie.
What? Oh, my God!
Who's Luigi, Arthur?
Arthur, you all right? What's happening?
Look, Frankie is with me now here, and I was just explaining to him that he must have misheard what you said when...
I didn't mishear anything. Whoever this slag Luigi is, you find him and you bring him here. You understand? And no police, or Arthur gets it.
Yeah. I think we've got a problem here, Luigi.
I'm gutted, Arthur, gutted. You lied to me again. You knew.
No, it's all a diabolical misreading of the situation. It's all a mistake, Frankie. No, please, Frankie, don't do that. Don't do this, Frankie.
You knew. I bet everyone knows. I've been right mugged off. I'm gonna get that toe rag. He's in a cemetery. Bang, bang. He's mullered out of it.
Calm down, Frankie, calm down. Think of what you're saying. You're making me very, very nervous. And where am I going to find another chef at such short notice?
Chef? What are you on about, chef?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I can't think in here. Don't lock me in, please. I'm claustrophobic.
You're a wrong one, Arthur. You let me down badly. I ain't gonna forget this.
Please, Frankie. Frankie, please. Please.
Mi morto. I'm a dead man. I tell you this in confidence. And you tell Frankie it's me? Why you do this, eh? Why?
I didn't tell him, Luigi. How did I know he was listening in?
You telephone La Polizia. You tell them where this Pazzalumo is hiding so they can lock him up in a prigione. That's what you do.
I can't do that, Luigi. If the old Bill shut the lock-up, God knows what Frankie's going to do to Arthur.
I don't care what he do to Arthur. It's because of Arthur I'm into this trouble.
That's not true, Luigi. You are in stock because you have been playing games with Frankie's missus. And you've been captured.
Yeah, that's more like it.
Mamma mia. If Carla find out, she kill me dead.
Oh, that reminds me, Luigi. She rang earlier, asking if I knew where you were.
Frankie! Frankie, the phone! Frankie! Frankie, it could be Ray! Frankie! Frankie!
Well, whichever way you look at it, there's only one possible solution.
Yeah? What's that?
Luigi is going to have to come with me over to the lock-up and talk to Frankie.
Are you crazy? That's no going to happen. Oh, you can break my face and still I no go.
Listen, if it wasn't for you, Arthur wouldn't be in this trouble, would he?
No way. I no go. No way.
Come on, Luigi. I mean, Frankie doesn't know it's definitely you, does he?
How you mean?
Well, you can deny it. Say you've come along to help clear up the misunderstanding. I mean, Ray will support you. You say you got the wrong information from some drunken clown in here. Someone who had the needle with you for some reason or other.
Yeah, that's right, and I can get to ring Dave to confirm it. I mean, he knows Dave's 100%. He trusts him, isn't that right, Dave?
Absolutely.
You think I'm stupid, though. It's Frankie we talk about here. I'm not going nowhere until this crazy lunatic is back behind the bars.
Listen, Luigi, I'm telling you...
Better get that, Ray. It might be Arthur.
Winchester Club. Carla. Yeah, he is, as a matter of fact. I'll just get him. It's your wife. She wants to know why you're not home.
Carla, is your loving Luigi here? What's the problem, my darling?
Don't a darling of me. Where you been all of this time?
Is a big problem with the Cosa Nostra, my sweetheart.
Che problema?
Is difficult to explain.
Don't lie to me. I know you. What's going on?
Nothing to worry your pretty little head about, my sweetheart.
Non mi piace.
Arthur, he's just come in. I call you back. I call you back.
What's going on?
Rats!
What's happening?
The rat restraints! Oh, let me out! Oh, please, Frankie, let me out!
All right. Stop making so much bloody noise. I can hear you.
Thank God. Oh, I think I've been bitten. I'll get my bonnet plain.
Stop whining, Arthur. Why ain't Ray here with that scumbag?
I don't know. How would I know? I've tried to help Frankie, God knows, but enough's enough. I've been through torments beyond the call of duty.
Well, what do you think I've been doing for the last 4 stretch?
I know, Frankie, I know.
Well, where's he live?
Who, what?
This toe rag, Luigi. You know where he lives.
No, I don't. I hardly know the man. I occasionally meet him for a late one after work at the Winchester. That's where he'll be now. Ray's out scouring the streets for him. He's sitting in the Winchester. Let me ring Dave.
No. You'll tip him off.
No, I won't.
You ain't ringing anywhere. Let's surprise him. We ain't stopping here any longer.
Well, if you think that's the best thing to do, Frankie.
What am I going to do? What am I going to do?
No, you never mind what you're going to do. What about Arthur?
Look, Frankie, put the gun away, please. We don't have Luigi's in there or whoever.
Look, I think the best thing is for me to check out the clientele, and you keep out of sight round the corner. No, second thoughts, perhaps not.
Right. It's Arthur, and he's got Frankie with him.
Mommy, I'm a dead man. I'm a dead man.
Move it. Move it. Get in here. Here, keep quiet. Dave.
There's no need for that gun, Frankie. I mean, you're among friends here. There's only me and Ray.
Shut up, Dave! Gun, sit over there, Arthur. You behind the bar. So, where is he?
He's not here, Frankie. Anyway, you've got the wrong geezer.
I told him, Ray. I did tell him. You don't know what I've suffered. Ravenous rats up me mountains, feeding off me flesh, caged like an animal.
Shut it, Arthur!
Fungus in the fridge. God knows how long it'll take to get the pong of rotting fish out of the motor.
Will you stop moaning?
Not moaning.
Yeah, it is Frankie we should worry about, Arthur. I mean, he is the one what needs our help.
That's right, so come on, Frankie, use your head, eh? Let's just put the gun away, sit down, have a drink, and we'll talk this whole thing through. Well, what'd you say, eh?
Yeah, that's right, Frankie. If the old Bill catches you with that shooter, I'll throw the key away.
I don't care. I want the slag that's been giving it to my Rosie.
Well, it ain't Luigi.
So, convince me.
See? Can I speak to Luigi Salvucci, please?
He's not here. I'm Signore Salvucci. Who is this?
My name's Rosie Connor, Mrs. Salvucci. And I think there's something I ought to tell you.
And that is the truth of it, Frankie. I mean, this geezer, he's a right boozer. He just happened to overhear me and Ray talking about Luigi. And I happen to know he hates Luigi's guts, so he put the poison in.
Yeah, matter of fact, I've just got back from pulling him about it, and he admitted it was all nonsense.
There you are, Frankie. I told you it was a mistake from the off. When it comes to helping a friend in need I say more?
If you want my opinion, Frankie, I do not believe for 1 minute your Rosie's been playing games. It ain't her style.
So how come she wants me back in the cage? Huh? That's what you said she told you. I heard.
She's just scared, Frankie. I mean, she's had the old bill all over the place. She knows how hot-headed you can be. You just think about it from her point of view. Hey?
It's a terrible thing, jealousy, Frankie. I know. Her indoors is the same. I mean, modesty forbids, but I suppose I am quite a good catch for any woman. But there is no denying a wife's spouse is her most treasured possession. They know that, and their lawyers know that.
Yeah, well, I think what Arthur is trying to say, Frankie, is bad news emotion-wise. You know, it makes you make the wrong decisions, if you know what I mean.
Exactly. Listening to all that malicious gossip on the exercise yard from geezers who are supposed to be your own, and look where it's led you. To accusing me, your best friend, of betrayal, of wanting to muller innocent men of honour, and your poor distressed lady wife. God, what have I done to deserve this, Frankie? Where is the bond and trust that we had?
Yeah. I'm sorry, Arthur. I suppose you're right. I don't know. If only I could see Rosie. Speak to her.
The thing is, we can sit here all night, Frankie. But your best bet is to give yourself up and finish your porridge with some dignity.
Ray's right, Frankie. And when I speak to the authorities on your behalf, I'm sure they will understand the terrible pressures that drove you to these desperate measures.
Are you sure that's in his best interest, Arthur?
Oh, where is he?
What?
I kill him. I stab him through heart. Oh, where is he, Arthur?
What?
Where is that filthy El Cane? Castrato, that's what I'm gonna do. You telling me where he is, or I'll stab you.
Carla, calm down. Louis, your husband, he ain't here. He had to leave. Had to sort out something down at Cosa Nostra, isn't that right, Arthur?
Oh, yeah.
Hold it! What's going on? Who's this crazy bird?
Who you call a crazy bird?
Hold it, darling! This ain't no toy.
I don't care if he's a tanker. Mind you bloody business.
Look, Carla, just calm down. Just give me the knife.
Keep away from me. I want to know where Luigi is. You telling me?
Luigi? Did you say Luigi?
That's right. Luigi Salvucci, the father of my bambinos, non mi piace. You know what's been going on.
No.
She calling me slut. She telling me everything.
All right! What's going on? What's she on about? Who are you on about? Who rang you?
What's the matter? You know, listen. He's a slut. He's a tartar, Rosie Corner.
Please don't get upset again, Frank. It can all be explained.
Hey, what you think?
Shut up! Where is he? Tell me where he is.
We'll see. Who is this crazy?
Carla, this is my good personal friend, Frankie Connor. And the woman of whom you speak is his good lady wife, Rosie. And whatever she told you, I'm sure, was wrong, because she's been under a lot of stress, as I have and all.
Ha! So, are you the husband that a pig Luigi put the ons on, eh? Good. That's a perfecto. You shoot her, I stab it in.
Where is he, Arthur?
I don't know. I swear an oath.
Oh, come on, Frankie. How could Arthur know? He's been with you all the time, hasn't he? Be sensible, eh?
I know. I can't guess where is he. I know that rotting snake, a pig. He's gone to her. That's a who.
Good grief, Carla. I'm shocked and appalled. Are you saying that there is something going on between Luigi and Rosie, and that he is with her now?
I bet he's a laugh on it.
Don't think about it, Frankie. Don't even think about it.
What?
Going to Rosie's. It'll end in tears. I know it will.
Yeah, Arthur.
No, Dave. If Frankie wants to go, we can't stop him. But I feel as a friend it's my duty to try.
I don't know about that, Arthur. But I suppose if he was to go round there, well, he'd know it wasn't Luigi, wouldn't he?
Don't listen to them. She calling me. She telling me herself. Come on, I'll go with you.
No, you stay there. What's through there?
Oh, it's nothing, Frankie. It's just my office.
All right, all of you, move! In there! Hold it. Not you, Arthur. I need a driver.
I'll take Ray. Oh, Ray will take you, won't you, Ray?
Yeah.
No, you, Arthur. In!
All right.
Dave.
Oh, Frankie, look, I'm not a well person. Take my keys. I'll be all right here.
Out!
We may have to stop and get petrol, Frankie. This is not a good idea, Frankie. The smell of fish alone could attract attention. Let me get your cab.
In! Please, Frankie! Don't move a muscle! This is the police. We are armed. You are completely surrounded. Drop the gun, Frankie. You don't stand a chance.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot! It's nothing to do with me. I'm hostage. I'm hostage.
Carla, my darling.
Dronzo!
No!
It's a very serious offence, harbouring an escaped villain, Mr. Daly.
I wasn't. I didn't. I'm a victim of hideous circumstance.
You are under arrest. It is my duty to inform you that anything you say will be taken down and may be used in evidence.
But you don't understand. Right, everybody stand back.
Bravo! Oh, no!
Hey, Carla! Luigi, Carla! Come back!
Dronzo!
You don't understand. Ray, Dave, help me. Tell them I'm innocent.
Get him in the van.
Io uccido! Pazzo, idiota! Helping escape! You're ruining my life! I'll give evidence, officer. I'll tell you all about his gangster restaurante and fishy pinch.
No, that's all lies. She's hysterical. The woman's had a terrible shock.
It's a true, it's a true.
She ain't wrong!
Oh, God.
I'm gonna have to tell her, mate. You've been helping me all along, Arthur. Just like you said.
Betrayal. It's all porkies. Ray, Dave, tell them I'm innocent. I've got a restaurant to open. I'll do my wing.
Nick them!
What?
Get her down the station and make a statement.
Yeah, well, what we done, eh? Great, Arthur. I always knew I had a future with you.
Oh, here we go again. Nice one, Arthur.
It's all a big mistake, my darling. I promise you, I never have anything to do with Arthur again. I love you. I love you.
Oh, that is nice. That is very nice. I spent my life worrying about my fellow man, my friends, my family, making sure her indoors has a crust, pushing the economy of this septic isle ever upwards with my entrepreneurial skills. I don't have to apologise for that. Oh, God, I've tried.
He did half go on, didn't he?
And on.
And on.
See.
I don't understand it. Why me? Why me? Have I not always conducted my life with decency and dignity? Have the time-honoured values of yesteryear deteriorated to the point where there is no place left in the black economy for men of vision? And while I think of it, about the Cosa Nostra, as soon as I can arrange a drop of bail, I've thought of a way to get out of it.